Hi everybody and welcome back to Amateurs Guild for our Season 3 finale. Pretty exciting. Unless it's not, and then it won't be.
And then it's TPK.
I sit on the floor.
Then it sucks. Yeah.
I long rest 4 times in a row.
Yes, that's the whole session. So we're going to do a really super quick recap, and then we're going to jump right into it because we got some crazy story, if I say so myself. Unless you guys make weird decisions, in which case it won't be.
I've long rest 4 times in a row.
We, as a really quick recap, the gang has found themselves in Aerathral. I keep saying it wrong, even though I wrote it. Which this is, of course, as we know, Madris's home, which she has not seen and still doesn't have. I believe you have all of your memories back, but there's still, of course, confusion about what exactly happened, and, of course, the state of your people right now, as they've become very reclusive after the Forever Wars ended 6 years ago. The gang got here through a fucking not-so-crazy ship encounter. I don't know why I keep setting them up, but we keep doing it, with Longbottom Beardsworth, who helped you guys get there after combating his brother in a pirate ship battle, which you guys fucking smoked him, and traveled through the water into this kind of new hidden world where the elves now have secluded to. You guys are, of course, there to essentially not... Basically 2 tasks. You guys are there, one, to understand more about Cyric, who has, of course, taken over Pale Skills, and we need to understand more about what can be done to combat him, as well as, what the pieces of 3 have to do with all of this. But also, Bjorn, near the beginning of the season, told you, or asked you to help by going to this place to find Ruindir Kassir, who is the leader of the elves and an old friend of Bjorn's, to aid them in their fight against the Circle of Fire. So you guys are kind of here on 2 different journeys. Why are you looking at me like this? Everything's so suspicious. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Putting Cole's face under the microscope for cracks. So
it's fine. It's fine. Just sweating.
It's just elves.
You guys, what else have I forgotten?
These are knitting needles
tell
and
us.
swords. We found out dirt.
You got dirt on people. Yes, you found out blackmail on 2 people. One being Ruindir Kassir himself, and then one being Sudi, which you seem to be far more interested in. But of course, you did discover that through the blackmail shop in Thieves' Cove that Ruindir Kassir has been bribing Elvish officials to essentially gain power for his own means, which you don't really know much more about him, other than the fact that, classic politics, man. Bipartisanism, what is it even today?
Try not to have a McCarthy moment.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yes, with this new information and essentially 2 tasks, you guys have found yourself to arriving in Madris's homeland. And after crashing through a building, once Longbeard's ship fell through the sky, you guys have now just dismounted and have found yourselves in this beautiful elvish city. As you guys slowly get out of the wreckage of this building and the ship, which is just destroyed, you just see Longbeard just kind of passed out on the ground, stumbling around, then ultimately just falling unconscious as he just gives one yarg and exhales out. You guys look around, being far more formidable folks, being able to kind of take this this crash on the nose. But you look around and you see Elvish civilian just kind of staring and really curious. You guys are Outlanders here, and besides maybe Madris, however, you're still, of course, very suspicious arriving here in the way that you did. You guys look around again. This beautiful city is just this kind of pristine, elaborate. It's almost not even like medieval, like a lot of the cities that you've seen before. It's almost like ancient and really just ornate in terms of the design. Really doesn't look like anything like the cities that you've seen so far in Angea that have been kind of more war-torn. This seems like really well preserved and ultimately like kind of like a different world, as it has its own essentially weather as well. You can see the sun setting, even though you went through a damn ocean to get here. But you guys kind of stumble out of the wreckage, and you guys kind of get your bearings. As this happens, Madras, you're kind of overwhelmed by the scenery. It looks just as you remembered it as a kid. Obviously, things are different. It's nowhere near where it used to be, geographically speaking. This actual city that used to be part of the normal Angean, it was always an island, but it's essentially didn't take an ocean to get through before. And so you kind of stumble around, look around as the commotion dies down a bit, and of course you hear the rumbling of guards kind of running around the corner. What would you guys like to do?
Welcome home.
Thank you. I'm not from here. But it's nice.
I could have guessed that one.
He's not making any sense.
It's not for you.
Madras is just kind of not even paying attention to anything that's going on. She just like hops off the boat and just is like in a dreamlike state, just like wandering. What's around me though? Like what is in my vicinity?
Yeah, you guys have essentially crashed through like a small like common like house. It doesn't seem like there was anybody inside of it, luckily. But yes, but it's kind of in like the sun is kind of setting, but you can kind of tell that like it's not time where people would be back in like their residence and such. It mostly seems like so far that you've just created some fixable cosmetic damage, but it doesn't seem like any lives have been taken. But so you see, of course, like high towers in the distance. You're fairly close to the center of the city. However, it's a little bit more spread out between the buildings and whatnot. So you look kind of more into like the main cityscape. It's far more built up, not quite as big as Ruin, but it definitely is on that same level, with like a massive kind of castle in the middle of the city. You see, again, civilians kind of like walking around like very confused. It doesn't seem like too heavily guarded, so that also gives you insight into the fact that it's not like in the very most densely packed part of the city. But there just seems to be like a lot of like residential areas and small like markets or like grocers and stuff like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna start heading towards the center, but I'm not going to go in the castle in any way.
Okay, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I mean, I'm probably gonna...
You said there were like guards around the corner?
You hear like the clanging of like metal armor kind of coming around the corner.
I feel like we gotta talk to them.
I feel like we should stick with the one person who doesn't stick out like a sore thumb.
I get nervous.
Yes. Yes, but do you know what'll help?
What?
The person who can speak the language.
I can?
I can't speak the language.
Can you?
Nope, I lied.
I didn't think so. Okay.
Yeah.
We both start talking to the guards in Draconic.
Hell yeah.
I start Infernal.
Do I know what the Arcanium looks like?
Yes, you've definitely like researched it and stuff. So you know this. It's just this like massive. Think the Library of Alexandria, the old like ancient like massive library. That's just this huge monument. It's not nearby. You can't see it. It's definitely like shorter, but like really wide. So it's definitely buried behind the cities and whatnot. And you would imagine it'd be farther, like deeper into the city, probably very close to the castle.
Okay.
We're in Avatar.
But I don't see it.
You don't see it in
Underwater
your immediate
ship
vicinity
stand.
now.
But it would probably be by the castle, is my estimation.
Yes.
Tell me, bro.
And where are you going?
Towards the castle.
I follow her.
You guys start going toward the castle. I guess the rest of you guys start to follow suit. As you start to move, elvish guards kind of come around the corner. Madras, as they do, you recognize this Malcassir armor. You don't know any of these people in particular. They seem to be maybe slightly younger than you, but it's very hard to tell with elves. Their lifespan is so dramatically long. But they seem to be soldiers that are probably like post Forever War, like guards. greener guards than like the folks that you grew up with.
Orcs.
Yes,
green.
they're all orcs.
They're green.
No, they run around the corner. You see they kind of like stop in front of you, point spears at you, and immediately command your presence and say, "Stop right there! You have violated our laws. You have destroyed property. Do you think you were just going to run into the city toward the castle?"
No.
Maybe.
I was following her.
I was also following her.
Okay, that is no excuse. What are you doing?
What are your names?
Why do you want to know our names? That's not important to you.
My name's Eaton.
You are violators and trespassers.
I
Tell us why you
My
were
name's
here.
Eaton.
Oh.
uh
Eaton Hilliard.
I thought you said a random name.
I'm Madras kind of goes silent and just kind of asks, what are your names?
They just look around and you see, oh, well, see, and you just another one just hits him and just says, we don't communicate with the trespassers. They need to be held responsible for what they're doing. You see, what was that?
I said we've been here before.
Yeah. You see, they kind of walk closer up. This like primary guard kind of lowers his weapon and walks up. And he says, "Listen, I don't know why you decided to enter our city with these non-elves, but you have committed crimes. We need to take you in. You can't just walk the streets. I hope that you will go peacefully, but we are prepared to take you in with force if we need to."
Madras just puts her arms out.
Real quick, where's Longbottom?
Lavar's passed out in the wreckage.
he's like,
yeah, he passed out.
Oh,
that's
he
right.
like passes out.
Shit,
So Madras just puts her arms out, ready to be arrested.
You see they take out like some rope and they tie your arms together. They go up to the rest of you to tie your arms. Do you present them willingly or do you?
I'll follow you guys. I just don't do the tied up thing.
He says it wasn't a request.
It wasn't a order either.
He says, I order you to present your hands so we can bind you.
You can just do it. It's okay.
Huh?
I don't want to do it. Why'd you do it? You trust them?
Of course.
He says, we are Malkasir. We do not attack prisoners who cannot defend themselves. You have our honor that you will not be harmed here until you have been at least presented in a court of law and determined to be executed if that is your fate.
I'm a tourist. And I was captured by that guy.
I thought you said tortoise.
I thought so too.
Oh wait, no, it's me.
He's a tortoise.
I don't care what type of reptile you are violators of the peace.
It's
Say
okay.
you're not
He
racist.
thinks I'm a reptile. It's
Just-
working.
I guess you see another one just looks.
Scales?
What was that?
So do you not see scales?
He says, I obviously see scales. That would be ridiculous to say no. We're just
Okay.
going to treat you all as if
Just
we
a
treat any
question.
violators.
Okay.
It's ridiculous to say that we wouldn't see your appearance. That doesn't make any sense.
So hi.
You're scale
Hi.
blind?
We
Hello.
are sent by Bjorn.
You see, he just kind of like sits there and scoffs. He says, we have not been in contact with the human kingdom in quite some time, and I very much so doubt that he would send ambassadors this way.
Wait, you guys are with Bjorn?
I mean, we kind of just figure it out as we go.
No.
He nods. He says, yes. That doesn't really seem like Bjorn,
He's like a big
king of men, savior of the realm.
He's just another guy.
We do not believe you, but you are welcome to try your case in front of the council if you wish.
Guys, just do it. It is
I was already,
okay.
my hand was already over.
It is
Uh,
okay.
They bind your arms.
Hey, when we prove you wrong.
They start to bind your
Real
arms.
quick.
Are you fighting?
No.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
sitting there.
They bind your
I'm
arms.
Not gonna do it. I'm just like,
Uh,
when we prove you wrong, can you apologize?
He says, I will not be apologizing unless I'm commanded to do so.
Okay, got it.
And then he's going to bind your arms as well,
Been here
Ekin, if you allow it.
Can we tie our arms together so it's fair?
No.
You're not giving me an inch, man.
He says, no, we don't bargain with people who trespass and destroy property of this sacred city.
We didn't
That's-
mean to.
I'll go through customs. I'm a tourist.
He says, "This is our version of customs."
Fuck!
He binds you and they take you along. You guys notice that this rope is very familiar to you, Madras. This is not some like normal rope that you would have found on the ship, for instance. This is like magically enchanted rope. It's incredibly difficult to try and wiggle your way out of. But as this faction of guards starts to take you in closer to the city, you guys are able to get a better view as you walk towards the castle. You walk through this beautiful city. You see the population of guards increase dramatically as you get closer in there. You also see the stature of the pedestrians here to be a little bit grander, but it doesn't seem to be nearly as like caste system as like in other cities that you've seen. They seem to be, most of these elves seem to be pretty much on the same plane in this in terms of like their class and like status. As you get closer, you see some large buildings. Obviously this castle, this massive castle, presents itself to you, as well as Ekin, as you're looking out for, you get closer, you do start to see the pillars of this grand library right off to the side of the kingdom, and you're very much certain that this is the Arcanium.
I want to go to there.
As they keep marching you forward, they ignore you. Madras, you see something that catches your eye. A lot of this is kind of bringing you back down memory lane. It's been a long time since you've been here, but it doesn't feel as long to you as it actually has been. As you're walking through, you definitely see that the city looks very familiar, but it actually looks a little bit more pristine than it was in the time when you were growing up and when you were a warrior before you went off to war in the Forever War. And as you go through in the kind of the center of town here, you see a large statue that has been modified from the way it was before. So this statue, this large bronze statue, used to be of Tara Kassir, who was the queen at the time that you knew of her. You didn't really know her or were not on speaking terms with her, being kind of like a more common soldier. Mm-hmm. But everyone knows her as well. She was often viewed as one of the most wise rulers that the Malkassir had ever had, and was also pretty much like the second most recognized hero of the Forever War, just after Bjorn. So you recognize a statue with her, kind of like sitting there, like, with her arms out. But you notice that there are 3 figures in front of her, now built in the same kind of bronzish metal. You see 3 elvish warriors, a male casting a powerful spell, a woman with a crossbow readied, and a young elvish woman doing both with a distinctly familiar ring on her finger. Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage. And the rest of you guys can do this as well, but not with advantage.
Oh, yes.
It's also a very different type of roll for you, Mattress. I'm just going to put that out there.
I'm sorry, what kind?
History.
Nailed it.
That was a 22.
Oh, baby.
I don't think I need to roll.
No, you definitely do not need to roll.
See, then
What am I going to net? You right.
Nat 20.
No.
No, okay, we're 22.
No, yeah.
Lock in 22.
You see this beautiful ring. It's all in bronze, so you can't like make out the different colors here. But it is this ring with a round gemstone in the middle, which seems to be slightly darker. And this ring has a writing in Elvish on it that you can just barely make out as you walk by it. That is Born Nesh Karith written on it. Mm-hmm. And you, of course, know this to be, a very common phrase in the Malkassir, something that all members of the Malkassir have. But this ring has a gemstone that is very specific, which you know to be your ring that you're wearing currently. What did the rest of you guys roll?
12.
We won't talk about
15? Okay. You guys are not as familiar with it. Ekin, you kind of feel like you've seen that ring before.
Bronze.
You think it's a bronze ring because the whole thing is bronze.
Yeah.
Well, I guess your character's not
that
dumb.
Ring is a ring.
No, that's just your other character.
Let me make sure.
Tall queen.
No, I'm not dumb. I'm not super smart. I'm more wise.
But you definitely know if you've seen this before, but you're not super familiar with this ring. As you guys continue to march towards the the castle, the guards kind of like walk up to the front door, nod to the other more like ornately dressed guards who stand on guard. They open the doors and they march you through. As you go through this castle, this is again just a like beautiful, well-maintained castle. You see just very quiet, very peaceful. As you see higher up, like noble elves kind of walking around. They seem to be some like the governing folks of this city. As you walk closer, you do hear a rumbling of cheering and booing and a lot of volume coming from a more subtle, race in general speaking here. But you can hear like this like large debating going on down the hall. And as you kind of keep walking forward, it is getting louder and louder. They pull you up to right outside of these doors where this noise is coming from. And you see he looks over, this primary guard who had talked with you all, looks over to the rest of them who are escorting you and says, "Keep them here. I will ask the council what we should be doing with them. They are in the middle of court, but it is, of course, not every day that we have visitors." As he walks in, the doors open for him. And as that opens, you hear, and you can actually see as the door kind of like opens to let him in, you see this like council chamber of like these many, many representatives, these elves kind of like debating, as you see one in front of addressing the rest of the crowd here, who is kind of like chanting some sort of rhetoric that is being like very kind of hit or miss. Like it seems like half the crowd is very much so on his side, half the crowd is very much so against him as he's cheering there. Go ahead and give me perception rolls to see how much of this you can hear.
Nat 20.
Holy shit.
This is my
so
city,
good.
bro.
This is your
This
episode,
is my
Madras.
city, bro.
12.
Okay.
20. History?
No, perception.
Perception. Jesus.
I got you.
8.
21.
Damn. Okay. Madras, you're able to hear this perfectly as you kind of tap into your elven senses. But Egan, you can definitely hear this as well. Allie, what'd you get again?
12.
Okay, and 8. Okay, that's right. I knew they weren't good. I just wanted to make sure.
It wasn't good.
You guys can hear like rumbling
yes,
and kind of get like the timbre of him. He seems to be like a politician, chanting here and really trying to corral people to his side, but you can't really make out too much what he's saying. Madras, you can, however, hear kind of exactly what he's announcing to the crowd here. You hear him yell, "My elvish brothers and sisters, it pains me to say that this is not truly a time for peace. We may distance ourselves from the battles of the mainland, but it won't be long before they're at our shores again. Need I remind you of how we were forced into the Forever War in the first place?" You hear like this crowd like rumbling and many people agreeing, as well as you can see as the doors kind of cracked open a bit, folks nodding. He says, "Although I didn't know it at the time, I believe this is what my grandmother, our queen, Tara Kassir, was training me for all those years by her side. Witnessing the war and her wisdom to join the alliance and to stand against the Tiefling Empire, that is the Malkassir way, and I intend to honor her legacy." Even more folks like cheer, and you know this too from your time in this city, that Tara Kassir is like the George Washington of your people. Like basically no one's got anything against her. She's kind of like the ultimate ruler, and she actually seems to be, from what you remember and what you've kind of learned about Bjorn and stuff, she seems to be more liked by her people even than Bjorn. And Bjorn's like this crazy stature, like war hero. He continues on. He says, "Now I know I have, some of you have questioned my position as heir apparent to the throne. I'll admit, when Tara herself told me of our shared lineage, it was a shock to me as well." He kind of chuckles. "But my parents were strong fighters. My sister was a strong fighter. And the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense. I now ask for your vote, council members. Reinstate the throne, and I as your king, and I will lead the Malkassir to greater glory than we have ever seen." You hear a very much so a split reaction from the crowd. Some cheering, some seem to be very much so against what he's proposing here. He says, "For my family, Firneth Morgren, Orindar Morgren and Madras Morgren, we will see the Kassirian bloodline rule again. Yes. A council member kind of stands up and starts to announce a different voice that you hear. He says, "The vote to restore the crown and place Ruindir Kassir as king of the Malkassir will take place at first light tomorrow." As the meeting starts to adjourn, and you can hear rumblings of elves kind of standing up and walking around. You have a beat as you're still waiting for this guard to come back.
Did they not recognize her?
Is there anything you'd like to do?
What are they saying?
Yeah, what's the deal?
What happened?
Give us the deeds.
He wants the throne to be reinstated, and he'd like to be king. Madras starts walking towards the area.
You see, a guard quickly grabs you and pulls you back, back in line with your companions.
What was your name again?
Why'd you start walking over there?
Full name?
Why'd you start walking over there?
Madras fully ignores, and she turns to the guard and says, "Tell me about him."
He says, "Tell you about who?
Him.
Ruindir?"
Yeah.
He says, "Well, he's heir apparent to the throne. He's Terra Kassir's grandson. He's likely to be our king tomorrow."
Who were his parents?
He says, "Well, that would be, of course, Fairneth Morgan and Orindar Morgan."
And who was Tara's child?
Terra's child was Orindar Morgan.
Write that down.
Ask him more history questions. It's good knowledge.
Orindar?
My God is going to be hype when I pray tonight.
Ordar, sorry. Ordar.
So his last name is Morgan.
He nods, he says, "Yes, it was kind of hidden from him from everything I have gathered, but it's a relatively newer discovery that he has recently come to light with, but it's true. We have checked our records, and he is indeed heir to the throne."
Tell him your name.
Uh,
I'll tell him mine. I make it.
I need to speak to him.
He laughs, he says, "You are in no state to speak with any council member,
Why?
let alone the heir apparent."
Do I recognize the ring she's wearing?
I'll say that with your passive perception, you're able to see that and recognize that from the statue for sure.
You're wearing the thing that the woman was wearing outside.
And Madras, in this moment, you know that you did not have a sibling. I know you're. You know that you did not have a sibling growing up.
Yeah.
You know that you were also a common person. You were not royalty in any way, shape, or form. As you're hearing kind of these council members start to move out,
Y'all don't
you can
know
see
it.
some council members are leaving the hall and whatnot, and you see this guard kind of walks back to you and says, "All right, well, the council is not seeing them at this time. Our orders are to take them to the cell to await their trial for trespassing and for the destruction of property." He looks at you and says, "You're lucky that nobody was killed in that building, otherwise you may have been executed on the spot."
Fair.
They start leading you down lower into the castle as you enter these jail cells. They open up a jail cell and guide you inside of it, lock the door behind you, and you find yourselves again in a jail cell in a foreign city.
This is
Why are
becoming
we always
a
in
pattern
jail?
Before
I was
they
also
leave,
in jail.
before they
We
leave,
met in
so
jail.
they
We
close
did.
the door,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm the
It's my
last one
third
to
time
go
in
into
jail.
cell. I turn around and I look at the guard and I say,
Is it only
"Please tell Ruindir his sister would like to speak to him."
He just laughs and says, "I don't believe I'm going to be speaking to Ruindir anytime soon, and I'm most certainly not going to tell him the lies of a trespasser."
Yo, what is your name?
He says, "Why do you need to know so badly?"
Because as soon
your
as we
bad
prove
job.
you wrong, I need to know your name.
Yeah, I'm
My
with
name-
her. Who's your manager?
My name is Rydell.
Rydell?
Yes.
Thank you, Rydell.
Right down double G.
He nods. He says, "All right. I'm leaving now."
You can
And
be
walks
nicer.
away.
Wait, don't go.
He walks away.
Wait,
Most certainly.
no, please come back.
You guys are alone
My
in this
dog.
this jail cell.
Stop it. Wrong.
What would you like to do?
I'm immediately using my
Did they
claw
take our
to, like,
shit?
You try, and your claw breaks.
I got you on that one. I do a little mend with the fingernail.
You start to mend the fingernail, and it
Did they
grows
take our
back.
shit?
No, you still have everything on you.
Have they shit? Damn. Okay. Well,
Claws don't work on them.
I have no plans to try to break out. They'll come back.
but like,
You're the lady in the statue.
You're the lady in the statue.
Yeah, she's got the same ring. Or at least, I mean, well, hers isn't bronze, so maybe I could be totally out of pocket here, but it's the same shape.
That's the ring.
So you want to tell us a little something about
is
yourself?
that big bro, little bro?
You want to tell us a little something about yourself?
I don't know. I don't have a brother. I don't know. I don't know.
What if he is not so honest? Because
Are you royalty here?
No. I and my parents were common folk within the army. We died, well, they died a tragic death along with the rest of our infantry. I didn't think there was anything special to them, and they never gave me any implication that there was.
Did they ever talk about like
The mom
their
abuse of your
moms or
name.
dads, or
No.
do you think maybe they separated? They didn't want to raise you in the you know.
My parents were always together. There was never any talk of
No, not them separating, but them separating from
from
the
my
family,
grandparents.
from the royal family. Maybe they wanted you to have a normal life.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
I mean, maybe.
you do have a normal life.
I wouldn't understand the reason for that. It's not like the queens and kings of our society live any better than we do. They just have a bit more say in things.
That's fair.
Maybe they didn't like to say.
Maybe.
People do sometimes tell lies for political power. You think maybe he isn't related to you at all? And it's just...
What?
I mean, it could just be a huge coincidence, but
Yeah, maybe there's another matter.
in all the books I've read, there's like only so many elven families.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I read any books on Elven.
Madras is still standing right where she was with her hands out, just like looking through the bars and observing. Very calm, but also like clearly,
Well,
Sounds like
sus.
Sounds like tomorrow's gonna be a real long day, and I'm a little on the not feeling so well side.
I come over and I just take Mattress's hand as best I can in the ropes, drag them along with me, because I'm just like.
Yes, let us all put our hands in it. I try to rub my ropes on her ring and see if it demystifies them in any way.
It does not.
Well, I like this. It's intimate. I'm gonna take these back now.
Would you guys like to do anything, or would you like to take a long rest?
Well,
Are there any other occupied cells down here?
There are cells. It's kind of a long hallway, and you don't hear anything. You could call out if you wanted to, but you didn't see anybody walking in. You kind of took a cell that was pretty close to the door when you were walked in.
Hello?
Yes?
Do you have anything to
What here?
read?
No?
What's your name?
Fuck!
He says, my name is...
Sorry, hold on. Sorry. Sorry.
My name is Paiwan.
Paiwan?
Paiwan?
Do you know what lunch is?
Yeah. That's my name. Why are you here? I've been alone in this cell for a long time.
That's a good name.
Thank you.
We crash landed.
Oh, okay.
What'd you do?
I
killed 10 people.
I ate a kid.
all I did was steal some food. That's all I've done.
Was the food a kid?
What kind of food?
It's your,
That's not important.
Why did you steal the
your
food?
I was hungry.
Is your number 24601?
No. It's 24602.
The guy before you. Did
He just
steal
left. He just left.
food? Fuck!
He was singing this ballad. It was quite beautiful.
Why did
We're fucked. If we're in that prison, we're fucked.
Oh my god.
what?
What's his name?
Do you not have food? At
He
home?
says, "Well, I'm not.
We have
I'm
food
not
at
exactly
home.
fond of the food at home.
Why not?
I
That's not
have
good.
particular tastes.
Meaning?
Flesh?
I wouldn't say flesh.
Bones?
I guess I would say flesh.
That guy, we're talking to a kid eater or an adult eater. He ate a
Hey.
kid.
I never ate any kid. What? Why is it so quiet all of a sudden?
I miss you. Goodbye forever.
Why are you saying goodbye? You're the only company I've had.
Don't answer him. Don't answer
Maybe if we're very nice, we can be in the same cell together.
him. No.
Ooh. It's a little cramped over here. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, our cell's filled with sweat and poop.
Paiwan, why were you stealing? You have everything you need, do you not?
Well, I didn't have,
You didn't have
the kind of
flesh.
food that I prefer.
Is this Belp?
What is the type of food you prefer?
Pepper's cousin.
Bell
It's jalapeno.
Do you know a bell pepper?
jalapeno?
I do not know any bell pepper.
Damn it.
You don't know anyone from the Pepper family at all?
It doesn't sound familiar, no.
What's your
Are
last
they
name?
elves?
What's your last name?
I don't know.
He says Pepper, I'm gonna freak out.
Farley.
Farley?
Farley.
Paiwan Farley?
Yes.
I-
What? It's a common elvish name.
Yeah, I like it. Alright, you get some sleep. Night-night.
But we were just talking. I've been so
Night-night.
alone.
I heard the
Night.
guards are gonna, so you better... Are you representing yourself tomorrow?
Oh, I've been sentenced to execution already.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How you dying? They gonna eat you?
They'll probably behead me.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Are you
They
fighting it?
execute
Go.
for food stealing now?
Are you fighting for it?
Well,
Was it food stealing or people stealing?
I mean, they can be the same.
Or life stealing?
Depending on your perspective,
Are you
they
ex-
can be one and the same.
Are you excited to get beheaded?
No, I like living.
Okay.
Sure.
Were the people you took alive or dead?
What do you mean by took?
Yeah, he said
Eight.
flesh.
He's been eating.
They were dead when I ate them.
Did you kill them?
No, there was like
Maybe.
bones of people, and he's like, I guess I would say flesh. So, yeah.
Alright, night-night,
I know, but-
Paiwan.
You say
Becca, he's a cannibal.
He's
a
not
cannibal.
necessarily. I think he's just a carnivore. I don't think that necessarily means.
They're
I
not
would
mutually
definitely call
exclusive.
myself a carnivore.
They're not
You are
mutually
way
exclusive.
too nice.
What is the
Nice.
difference, really, between us and mammals, really, that you just find out in the
All right,
forest?
Okay.
Alright, good night, Paiwan.
It's
Okay.
It feels a little arrogant to think of us as so much better than the wildlife.
All right.
I sit down and cast divination.
No, talk to
Someone
your
call me a vegetarian.
Thanks,
Are you a
Paiwan.
vegetarian?
No.
All right then.
Just someone
Name-
call
name
him
one
that.
Someone call me. Some would call me that. If your description of a vegetarian is not eating animals, then I am a vegetarian.
People are animals.
Oh,
Oh wait.
I'm not a vegetarian.
I sit down and cast divination.
You cast divination. And what would you like to? Who would you like to try and contact?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and try to reach out to Pale Scales. What do you want to say?
I reach out and I say, how can we find you?
As soon as you reach out with magical means, you just hear this like elvish voice yelling at you in your head, as you instantly realize that there is some kind of ongoing like counter spell in the cell.
I was just trying to talk to my friend and my god.
You hear nothing.
Fuck you. I lay down and I get mad.
What happened?
I try to reach out and they won't let me.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. We
This
get
is
like one
religious
phone. We get
appropriation.
one
That is really
divination.
fucked
That's
up.
not
I
right.
agree. That's very fucked up.
Bye, Juan.
We're on the same side.
Taiwan,
Yes.
you ate a person.
Several people.
That kills people, Paiwan.
People
That
die all the
kills
time.
people.
It's true.
Would it help if they were if they were going to die anyway.
How
Were
were they
you-
gonna
Well,
die?
we're gonna die eventually. So like that doesn't
Were they like sick?
Yeah.
leave a lot to.
I mean, maybe.
Where'd you work? Did you work in the hospital? Did you work in the
make
in the
pies?
hospice area?
I worked in the Department of Magical Vehicles.
Oh.
Oh, so they were done inside.
I would say so.
You didn't work at anywhere called Paiwan's Pies, and then I like have a little,
Yeah.
I had a little booklet of places I wanted to
This-
visit, and I scratch off Paiwan's pies.
This is a great idea for a store. If I
Did you cut people's hairs?
No.
So-
I want it. I want
There's-
7%.
This is the musical. This is the musical episode.
we can negotiate that. If you can convince them not to kill me, then you can have 50%.
Sure, that sounds good to me.
Oh shit!
Dude.
Money.
Thank
money,
you,
money, money,
Paiwan.
money.
Good night.
75.
Stop, guys.
I could be
Stop.
persuaded.
Yeah,
Guys,
see?
no, shh,
We'll
stop.
set them
guys.
up. We'll set them up.
Guys,
This is good money.
guys, stop.
We're poor.
No, this isn't it. This is not how we do it.
This isn't it either.
Yes, it is. It's fine.
Guys, we gotta go to bed.
It's true. I'm up way
Before-
past my bedtime.
Before I go
My
to
divine
sleep,
rights are very specific about bedtime.
Before I go to sleep,
It's-
I'd like to try to reach out to Pale Scales
How?
with my little fancy ability that you gave me. This
Yeah.
mouse. Well. And as long as he's on the plane, I can reach him. I believe.
I believe the language that we made for that is that you use your key,
Yes.
which is not the same thing as normal arcana. I will say that you
body
are able to try.
Woo!
You can talk to him for longer too.
You
Yeah,
try
technically, yeah.
try and reach out to Pale Scales. What would you like to say?
I wanted to ask him if he knows how we can find him, or if he knows about his surroundings.
Hey, Pale Scales, you out there, buddy?
You hear nothingness.
Do you know how we could find you if you can hear me? Hello.
You realize
Housekeeping.
it's either one of two things.
Housekeeping.
Either he's not on this plane, or he's really mad and giving you the cold shoulder. It's really one or the other.
He's not mad at me.
Insight.
He would
Give me an insight check.
He would tell me to punch a corpse right now if he was. If he was here, he'd tell me to punch that corpse. Fuck, I cannot roll for shit today.
Not today.
Oh my god.
Well, that works.
Insight, you said?
Yep.
Well, it is a plus 7. 10.
10.
Is there something like you said to him to kind of, piss him off? Maybe like right before the battle? Is there anything that could have like rubbed him the wrong way?
I did say I wouldn't punch that corpse. though.
Seabug develops anxiety.
I don't know.
Friends
Maybe
even like me?
you might have fucked up. Maybe he was distracted in battle, and that's what caused him to make the reckless decision to grab the crown, and therefore
Wow.
it's your fault for him being possessed.
Oh,
New
shit.
achievement, friend guilt.
Fuck, it is my fault, isn't
The
it?
gaslight master.
This is gaslighting.
You have a terrible night's sleep.
Aw, no.
Only a short rest.
Yeah,
though.
you get a short rest. No, I'm just
We
joking.
have negative 18 keys.
I'm so fucked.
Do the rest? Do you guys want to all go to bed now?
Yeah.
I'm going to trance.
Cool.
I
trance.
pills
You
just
all rest.
I'm going to night.
And in the middle of the night, after you have tranced, you hear, Madras, a really, really light footsteps coming down the stairs, the same stairs that you guys came down to your jail cell when you were first brought in here. But these are very faint. It's kind of impressive, this person's ability to not generate noise as they're kind of coming down. But you do hear someone coming down, and it's only because of your warrior training that you're able to perfectly kind of pinpoint and hear him. But you hear footsteps come around, and then you see this figure who's in these really long raggedy cloaks, comes up to the cell and whispers, "Madras, is that really you?"
Madras goes straight up to the bars.
You see a person that you've not seen in a long time, but that you do recognize. He pulls off his hood, and this older elvish man says, "It's me. It's Zeno, your friend of your father's. Do you remember?"
Zeno.
And you remember this was like your father's like best friend, essentially. Trained him in a lot of his magical abilities, and was ultimately kind of like really his confidant. And you see, he says, "Magus, everyone thought you had died. I can't believe that this is really you. Please tell me this is not some spell and you're not some person coming in here trying to make some sick joke."
This isn't a joke. I don't know how I'm here either. Well, I know how I'm here. I don't know how I'm alive. But I'm alive, and I'm back. Who is he?
Who is who?
You know who I mean.
Ruindeer? He says, "Yes, I imagine you are very confused. There's a lot that I would need to fill you in on, but we will need to get you out of here first. I would never break the laws of the Malkasir, but time is of the essence, and I think exceptions can be made in dire circumstances." You see, he kind of waves a hand.
Wait.
Yes.
Before you do anything, Zeno.
What?
And Madras casts Mage Hand and breaks the lock open herself.
You try and cast Mage Hand.
Oh, I fucking
and
can't!
no spell is able to be cast.
Can I try picking the lock?
Well, I
You're
tried.
asleep.
Yeah, you are asleep.
I do still got it.
How?
I still
He
got
nods.
it.
He says, "There are protective magics around these cells, so
Yeah, so
nobody
I
from
see.
nobody from the inside of the cell can use it. But
Okay.
luckily, I'm a little rusty, but I'm quite good with magic, if you remember." He waves a hand, and the lock starts to like jingle, and then kind of like click open as the gate swings. He grabs it and stops it from squeaking, kind of like opens it very slowly. He says, "Are these your companions that are
Yes.
with you here?"
They're with me. They saved me many times, and I've saved them in count.
Shut up, Iowa.
He
Can't
nods.
hide them.
Yeah.
He says,
kid.
"What about the one down the hall?
Who?
The one down the hall. There's an elf down the hall.
No,
Do you know him?
That's fine.
Should we break him out?
No, we're good. Thank you.
Are you sure?
No, I do not know that man.
Okay.
He seems like a nice guy.
All right.
I did that
Um,
by one.
you hear Byron down the hall just goes, "Hello? Is someone there? Are you leaving?" He just says, "All right, we need to be very quiet so he doesn't hear us." He says, "Let's wake your friends and we can go back to my place and hopefully hide away from any guards." As an earthquake rattles the
Yes.
entire
Shakes the
ground.
entire basement.
He opens the gate and helps you kind of like wake your friends, and you guys start to make your way out of the cell. You see, as you start to go up the stairs, he says, "Actually, this is probably a good time." He casts Pass Without Trace on the rest
That's
of
my
you.
move.
Stealthy.
Good one.
As you guys start to climb the stairwell, you are inside of this castle. You see, he looks to the rest of you. He's like, "Before we get up there, it's very important to have an alibi. Luckily, I don't believe you were seen by very many people. Most of the authority figures were in the council chambers when I heard that you arrived. Of course, I was in there as well. I am a representative, so I didn't see you come in, but I'd heard the guards over, talking about this, and I had to see for myself if it was really you." He says, "We'll need to be very quiet, but we can go to my office quarters, and if we do get seen, I can say that you are my guests, and that will at least buy us time until tomorrow. And that's all we need right now." Everyone go ahead and give me stealth checks as you kind of walk through this.
I've not rolling good.
Before we
I got a 27.
Holy shit.
Did you add the 10 from Pass Without Trace?
Oh, I got a
37?
37.
Jesus fuck.
17.
He got a 19.
Nice.
What are you looking for?
I didn't need this
Your
now.
sheet.
You want my character sheet?
Yep.
Why didn't you just ask me?
Because you were in the middle of a conversation with
So-
an NPC.
Dude,
And I didn't want to interrupt.
there you go.
Thanks. You need
Sorry.
to look at the language of a spell that you have.
Which one?
Just
I don't
by
have
itself.
I don't have my spells on here. You would just have to Google it
Oh,
because
okay.
Arcane Trickster
30.
isn't on
Gotcha,
D&D
gotcha,
Beyond.
gotcha.
Easily.
13.
Uh,
Nailed it.
awesome.
You got +0 to stealth.
Oh, probably not. Let's see. It's probably not good though. It's like doing this weird thing it likes to do where it won't fucking go down the rest of the page.
I
Did you
got
write
it.
your character
I can
sheet?
help you.
I got it. Oh, it's +7. It's 20.
There we
Okay,
go.
awesome. You guys are
Ew.
just barely able to
There
make
we
it.
go.
As Lacey, you like slip and like make an echo in the hall.
17.
It's the lowest roll out of everyone.
Goddamn.
But he stops and just kind of looks at you and says,
Stealthy.
"We need to be quiet. It's okay.
I got it. And I
This is very scary."
I bless her with
Can't use magic right now.
it's a blessing. It's
Oh.
just something I can give.
You guys are also out of the cells. Magic has returned to you.
You have advantage on stealth checks for the next hour
Fuck yeah.
until I use it again.
Hi.
He says, "All right, let's be very quiet." You guys are able to make your way through. You're kind of like hugging the walls as like some guards walk around, but generally you get the feeling, and this is very different for you, Madras, even, that being as reclusive as this city is, it seems like there is not a lot of crime. There's definitely very little intruders ever. It's kind of novel that you all have arrived. So, and you can kind of gather that too from the jail cell being so empty. Albeit there being one sick fuck there, but generally speaking, it's like they're a little bit like off their game, and it definitely feels like different from when you were in the army and kind of the warrior tribe mentality. It seems to have softened a little bit. Still quite powerful, but a little bit less.
But they're not
hardcore.
They're not as
Yeah.
as we were.
There's also you also grew up in a wartime.
Yeah.
Or you were in battle during wartime. So
When Ruindeer was speaking earlier, did I get a good look at him, or I could just hear him?
I would say you had a high enough roll where you definitely got a glimpse of him a little bit.
Oh shit.
Is
I
this
want to attempt to use disguise self to disguise myself as Ruindeer. Is that possible? With the ropes?
you
Do I have the
could you would still have the ropes. But you see that Zeno looks over at you and says, "I don't know what you're casting right now, but it would be better if we just get to my office. We're scot-free. We've been able to sneak around, but I wouldn't cast anything else right
I'm
now.
going to the library.
We can go to the library later. There's time for that,
I
but
won't go library.
we can't be caught walking around the castle.
might have books in his.
The library is also not open right now.
Fuck.
It's the middle of the night."
Nothing here works.
He just looks so confused, looks at Madras. He says, "This is one of your companions that
It's
saved
okay.
you?"
He's new.
Madras
And then
whispers
you
at
guys-
Zeno, only to Zeno. They're a little slow sometimes. Just let them.
He nods. He says, "Yes, of course."
Hey.
He says in Elvish, "Yes, of course, I understand."
Can I roll to see if I heard that?
I
Not
said
you,
it in
her.
Elvish.
You want to say it in Elvish? Yeah. Does anybody speak Elvish?
I have to check.
Also, remember, y'all, Madras is literally a racist. She's
It's
a
also
high
true.
elf.
This
You are
is true.
racist. You do
Like-
love being and playing racist, anyway.
Moving on.
Damn.
No, I don't know Elvish.
No, you don't.
Zeno nods, and you just see that Zeno just kind of looks over at the rest of you guys with like a little bit of like pity, and just kind of leads you guys all back. So you're able to make it into his office. It seems to be a pretty cleanly but modest arrangement here. It doesn't seem to be very grandiose in any way, shape, or form. It's a larger room, and you get the idea that like all of the different council members have offices in here. So this just seems to be kind of run of the mill. He seems to have some like older like artifacts and stuff that seem to be even older than like your time. So imagine you're only like 10 years out of your time, really. But there is like much older stuff and kind of really reminiscent of the older ways of the Malkasir.
Okay.
The kind of culture that like him and like your father would have been
Like
grown
the
up with.
generation
And,
directly
yeah,
before.
especially because the lifespan's so long.
Exactly.
With elves, but he kind of like pulls up chairs for you all and says, "Please take a seat. Can I get you any tea or anything? I feel terrible that my members have put you in jail. I'm sorry. Yes, let's cut these open." You see, he grabs like an elvish knife from his desk, and he cuts your binds for all of you guys. So your binds have been cut.
Thank you.
He puts an eye. He says, "Yes, of course. Anything for friends of Madras."
Hey. You know that guy named Rydell?
Right. No.
You don't know the guard Rydell?
There are a lot of guards. No.
The one that was talking about
He's an
Madras.
asshole.
The one that was talking
Yeah,
about
he was
Madras.
mean.
Yeah, you said you overheard a guard talk about Madras?
I overheard guards talking about someone that's claimed to be Madras, but I don't know the guard.
Oh, yeah, he's an asshole.
There's a lot of us on this island.
Well,
We don't all know each
saw
other.
him. You said you overheard him, so I assumed you were in the same room. You were watching the man.
That's why I
No.
asked if you knew him.
Sorry, what?
That's why I asked if you knew him. Not assuming.
No.
Just wondering.
It's fine. It's totally fine. But he says, no, I do not know him. Why?
How many people are here?
You're just mean to me.
Oh. Well, I heard that you guys did destroy some property when you arrived.
That was a
We didn't
pirate.
kill
It's
anyone.
not like we did it on
That's a
purpose.
boat.
Like, we were trying to come in because we got stuff to do, and all of a sudden, boom, crap. Where's the captain?
I told you I was not driving. I was held in the passenger seat.
He says, the pirate?
Yeah.
I don't know of any pirate.
Then how did you know who we were talking about? Because we didn't say anything about a pirate.
You just said,
I said
where's the
captain.
pirate?
He's
Where's
the
the captain?
Yeah, doesn't have anything to do with pirate.
Okay, then he's not a pirate.
When's the arcade
Assumptions.
open?
Why are you assuming so much? I
You
can put
were
your bindings
assuming.
back on you.
Please don't.
When's the Arcanium open?
He says, it will be
More
open in the
about
morning.
the-
This is the middle of the night.
I'm
Okay,
so
Magic,
sorry.
go ahead.
He says, Madras,
Magic, go ahead.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I really, I don't mean to be this way, but I was really hoping to talk with you.
Yes, of course.
Magic, go
no.
ahead. I'll sit in the corner.
He gives you guys snacks.
Yeah.
I
We
was-
all get like
And those,
ants
like-
on a
those,
log.
like-
Yeah, he brings you ants on a log.
Yeah.
They were, like,
Those
spilled
sippy
through.
cups.
He brings you ants on a log and super up. He's like, these are relics from our time on the battlefields in Angea.
Yes, the
they-
traditional elven ant upon the log.
Yes, of course.
I've read books about this.
Wait.
Ant upon a log.
Just the ants upon a log.
Just one.
Ant upon a log.
They had
Of
to
course.
ration it. It was not multiple raisins on a log. You had to be a king to have multiple raisins on the log.
He says, yes, these were a rarity in our munitions during the wars, but
Thank you.
of course.
Madras in Elvish goes, you see what I mean? They're very sweet, though. I very much love them.
They seem to be of noble heart, yes.
I gurgle in Draconic
I make
something
him a
about the
flower.
library. How excited
What?
I am.
I make him a flower.
Sound like
He says, oh, well, that is very sweet of you. Thank you very much.
Me like the library read a book.
He looks at you, Magus. He says, Magus, you must tell me what has happened. We believed you to be dead for almost a decade now. Actually, more than a decade. It's been at least 10 years.
She did get that.
Yes, I
She
don't
did get that.
I don't know. I woke up and they had rescued me from the circle of fire.
It's true.
I have
He
a
nods.
feeling that after my mother and father were killed, they took me as prisoner and did what they did. I'm different. I have different abilities and powers, and
She has
I'm
a
not-
name.
I'm a rogue. I did learn some shifty things here and there, and I've been using them to my advantage. I'm different. I'm not who I was trained to be before. But I'm here and I'm back and I want to know what happened. Who? I don't have a brother. I'm not related to Terra. What?
He nods. He says, yes, after the war had ended, that announcement was a shock to all of us, but we had our best alchemists test his blood, and he is of royal blood.
Royal blood? How? But how is that related to my mother and my father?
He says, well, it is not something that many people knew, but your parents were royalty, and they were next in line for the throne. He says, they didn't tell anyone because as Malkasir, they fulfilled their right to be members of the army, and when battle called and we went to war, they served nobly and without excuse and without, praise or, acting as if they were beyond that. They served their people and the realm of Angea. And it wouldn't be necessary for them to reveal themselves, both for the sake of safety as well as for their own noble reasons, until Terra had passed away. And Tara was very strong. We had no expectation that she would perish, but of course that is what the stories say.
Did she die in the battlefield?
He nods. He says, yes, the final battle. The Forever War.
We did read about that. No one knows what happened.
He
It's
nods.
completely unconfirmed.
Every time you talk, I just assume you're pushing your glasses up your nose.
I have no glasses, but they have. I
He does keep doing
I
that.
tattooed a pair of glasses, and I just
actually-
pushed them. Actually, Tara actually was never confirmed to be there. Don't know how this guy would know unless he was there.
It's well reported that Tara was there, but you are correct. The actual ending of that final battle is very much so speculated upon. But
So she could be out there somewhere.
the only thing that we know for certain is that Bjorn somehow saved the realm and that millions died.
So, bottom line is that you're actually the claimant to the throne. Unless you guys have some weird gender shit, which is very common in kingdoms. It's
Or
usually
old.
the older one
If
goes
she's the
first,
eldest,
right?
yeah.
And he's younger than you.
Is he?
Yeah.
Where
He
was
is,
my
he is
brother?
younger than you.
Didn't he say older sister? I guess
Did he
I
say? I
wouldn't know.
don't know. I just heard sister.
He is younger than you, yes. You were in line for the throne, whether you knew it or not.
How do we get our blood tested then?
He says, well, we could go to an alchemist, but to be fair, we are technically fugitives.
Not
You're
you.
not you.
I mean, not
Well,
Oh.
until they discover that I broke you out.
That was Paiwan.
He says, but Paiwan broke you out without...
We locked
Breaking
him back
himself
up
out.
for
I am
his sin
so
of letting
sorry
us
for
out.
them. I'm very.
He nods, he
very
says-
sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Can
I
you-
apologize.
You don't
Can
seem like a normal clergyman.
Can
I'm very pious.
real statement. Real
I just
statement.
wanna go
You
to the library.
overheard, and you were curious to know the truth, so you went down to our cell, took some blood sample from her. We go back to the cell, stay there for a little bit while you figure out the truths and the not truths.
He says, well, that's not a bad idea, but we might not have enough time for all of that. At first light, they will have a vote to determine if Ruindeer will take the throne, and as far as anyone can tell, he has more than enough votes to take that power.
Well, I don't want it to begin with. He can have it. I just don't believe he's my brother.
He nods, he says, I understand that, and that's very much like your parents to not, demand or even expect the throne. However, right now there is no throne of power. The council runs everything. And many believe that is the right way, but regardless of what our personal preference may be, Ruindeer has some very extreme beliefs that I think could very much so endanger the Malkasir and potentially the rest of Angea.
You might not want it, but you probably can't let a brother you never knew you had have it.
I don't get involved with the politics of any land. I didn't know I was royalty. I'm not getting involved now. I just got here. So I'm my third day out here.
I just won't go to the library.
I know you do.
He says,
But this does sound fucked up.
you did choose to resurrect yourself at a dangerous time. The city is on the brink of civil war unless Ruindeer can take the throne and unite the elves, but even then, we would be going to war with much of Angea, including potentially Bjorn.
Why?
He says, Ruindeer was once following Tara Kassir and was her right-hand steward, but he was once noble and once, a fair mind, always very powerful, but ever since the end of the Forever War, he has become more and more extremist. And he believes that the Malkasir should reclaim ancient lands that were on the mainland of Angea, that they should take that. It is their birthright, and believes that it is owed to us.
Well, that
And-
is not what we do. We are nothing but humble soldiers.
He nods. He says, the only problem is that much has changed since the end of the war. We once commanded much respect and were quite powerful, and I think all of us after the Forever War realized just how vulnerable we are. And that is why he's gaining more sympathy than he otherwise would have among the Malkasir.
he continues to cite me as a reason that he should be king. I assume he speaks highly of me.
He speaks highly of you and your parents. And
Then
of
I don't
course,
see an issue with him coming to see me.
he says, I don't think there would be an issue either unless he considered you to be a threat. There is a big difference between a person claiming to be your ally and somebody actually looking out for you.
And we tested his blood, and he is my brother?
He is royalty, yes.
Royalty does not mean my brother.
He says, well, your bloodline is royal.
Please, Cosby.
What if it's your blood?
That'd be interesting.
He says, that's very interesting. How could that even happen?
You don't remember
if he's-
being whatever.
It could be your blood.
Yeah.
What if he was What if he's working with a circle of fire?
Or he just saw an opportunity and took it.
But
So
he would have
it's-
gotten. But he could have gotten the blood through the circle of fire.
Oh, I was thinking like on the battlefield.
Well,
Oh, I mean, that too.
you know, you've been here. You've known me since I was
He could
born.
have just stolen some of royal blood.
He was born after me?
He says, yes.
Then why do I not remember my mother being pregnant?
He says, well,
It worked.
there are many
Did it really well.
people who do still doubt that it is the truth. Not everyone believes that he is of royal blood, but it was proven in the only way that we can do. I do not remember your mother being pregnant with anyone else either. But
What if you went in front of the council tomorrow before the vote?
And asked them to take my blood.
Asked them to do it in front of everyone. Said if you put your blood there and said, I'd like his blood tested again once you prove that you're royalty.
You are part of the council.
he
How
nods.
much sway do you have?
Well, I have been very much so against what Ruindeer has stated and claimed and proposed to do, and so now that he is by far the most powerful member in the party, much less sway than maybe I would have had years ago.
But still enough that they trust you.
Well, many do trust me, and there are many wise elves on the council, but it does feel like there might... I don't know. I don't know if we would have enough sway.
I put my sippy cup down, and I
He says, would you like a refill?
yes.
Okay.
But I also
Juice.
think I know someone who might be able to answer important question for us, and I want to cast Commune
Okay.
with Ogma, the god of knowledge.
Very cool.
And I want to ask him. I can ask him 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no.
Okay.
Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient. I might receive an unclear if the question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge. In case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the GM can offer a short phrase instead of a yes or no. I want to ask the god of knowledge if Ruindeer Cassier's claim to the throne is legitimate.
Cool. You cast that. You hear a godly presence talk to you through your mind and say, I'm sorry, your question was if he has,
If his claim to the throne is legitimate.
this voice echoes in your head and says, it is not certain.
Is the blood that was tested mattresses?
Yes.
Am I the fucking coolest? For my 3rd question.
No.
I come back.
Yo, guys,
You can tell that
coolest.
I'm feeling like really insecure and like hurt. I'm like, yeah.
What did you hear?
He said a lot of stuff. Some of it definitely subjective. Mostly how cool I am. But he
fair.
did say that the blood that was tested was mattresses.
He nods, he says, wow, that's... I would never think that he would be capable of such things, but he is very ambitious, and it's not out of the realm of possibility.
People
How
do be
many-
lying.
The
How
problem
many-
is how would we be able to convince a council of his peers and allies of this?
We are the Malkasir. If they do not give us a fair trial and allow us to speak our piece, then they are not us. What have we become? I don't want to believe that we've fallen that far.
He says, what you might not realize, Magus, is that the Malkasir is not who we once were. He says, at the end of the Forever War 6 years ago, the Malkasir and the rest of the elves, like many other races, were crippled, both physically and morally. On top of that, as you know, with Terra Kasir being killed, that was very much so our leader who we trusted and we put all of our faith in. And without her, it would be enough to say that we are lost, but then on top of the retribution of the war, we are a shadow of what we used to be, both in might and in moral.
Is there anyone on the council that knew Madras?
He says, I don't believe so. Many people my age were killed in the war. It was a generational war.
Were there no elf clerics here that could, like, ask the elf god publicly and do, like, a commune? Validate it?
He says, if there was enough sway in the council to put on such a show, then perhaps. But I wonder if there would be enough sway to get to that point, and then on top of that, even if there was, what you need to understand is that some people may not want to. They might like being allied with Ruindir Kasir. They might like the idea of having a headstrong, powerful king.
Can you do it?
He says, I'm not a cleric.
But you're a council member. How many council members are there?
He says there's 100.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, baby.
It's like a 1%.
Is there any way we can remind them of what they once were?
He says, there could be, but again, I think the timetable is the biggest issue here.
What if we found ruined deer tonight and we tie him up and then you disguise self as him and just show up to the council meeting and you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm a big fat liar, I'm ugly, I'm not the coolest, and it's a bad idea, so I'm not going to run anymore. Or I could
I
be
can't
him.
believe that they just would not at least give a fair trial and allow me to defend myself. Once I make my claim and say who I am, they would need to test my blood.
He nods, he just says, I just don't know. It could work. But if it doesn't, we're putting everything in one basket.
I will speak for our values. I've upheld them the entire time, even as a rogue as best that I could. I act with honor.
I killed the guy in his
This
sleep
is a new day, right?
thing.
It's in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So midnight.
Can you reach out to Tara and see if she's still alive? Ooh. It's not an ally, right? It's anyone, right?
With
Yeah, I can
Seabog's ability?
Yeah.
You had a short rest.
Yeah, I can reach anyone.
You could
Or sorry, you had a long rest.
Yeah,
you
I
could
can reach.
out
I can
and
reach
see if
anyone.
she's
That's,
somewhere out there too.
Is it anyone that you know?
I thought it was just.
Might just be anyone on the plane.
I think it was.
yeah.
I'll say it is.
Why don't you try to reach out to her? Because if we can, if she's here somewhere, if Ruindeer's keeping her somewhere, or if she also got taken by the Circle of Fire, we might be able to bash her out of it.
You see, he says, it's not that it's not worth a try, but I would very much so doubt that Terra Kasir would be able to be imprisoned by anyone, even one as strong as Ruindeer.
Well, Mattress is one of the most powerful elves on there. She's in the frickin' statue with her, and she was imprisoned.
She's not on the statue because of power. She's on the statue because of
Blood.
what it represents.
What's your idea?
He says, well, there's a couple different roads. Your suggestions are not wrong, and they're very noble, and it is, albeit, the correct way to go about it.
I see. I like killing him in his sleep.
I feel like that
Good
is they are potentially doomed proposals, though, and unfortunately, something a little bit more leaning into your roguelike abilities might be something that can help us. He says if there is a way that you can have counsel with him alone and get him to reveal himself, maybe, or learn more about it, maybe I can postpone the ruling for a few hours, but I couldn't pause it for more than that.
Or he calls his guards and has me arrested for breaking and entering again, calls me a liar, and immediately has me executed without trial.
He says he wouldn't be able to execute you before he is king. He wouldn't have the power to do that by himself.
Get me in front of him.
Interesting.
Is there the
Get me in front of
alchemists? Are they? Could we also get an alchemist that wouldn't necessarily be all that truthful?
It's possible. I would trust the alchemists more than I would trust the politicians.
Yep, fair.
There is still much nobility here, not in terms of status, but in terms of actual morals. It's just that we've fallen very far. But I do believe that we could find our way back from this.
I have hope.
He says, so what I could do is I could try and grandstand. I could try and
Filibuster.
I was looking for the
classic,
Yeah.
one of the most powerful tools I have at my disposal,
children's books.
the filibuster.
Hold on, cough, because you have been holding in a cough for like 30
I've
minutes.
been coughing for the last 30 minutes.
Just cough.
Yeah, clear your throat, dude.
I have. In case the camera doesn't know, I haven't been facing the camera half of the session.
He says, but again, I could postpone this for hours at most, but that could be enough time to get an audience with him and have him maybe reveal something or a hole in his story, or at least something that maybe could prove that enough people that he shouldn't be king. I do think that's very possible. He has gotten arrogant, and I would like to lean into that arrogance if possible, but also, I should ask, but why are you here in the first place? I mean, I know this is your homeland. Is that the reason you came home here? Is there any other reason? Because if this goes south, then you will need to exit very quickly.
We were sent here by Bjorn. We were not lying. Lacey was telling the truth. We are trying to defeat the Circle of Fire and those that run it. We've come a long way and we've had a hard journey, and we are not here for no reason, and I wouldn't come here if it were not for the good of all.
Aren't you also seeking Arcadia?
Oh yeah.
Tell him about one. Go to the library. That's the Arcadia.
He nods.
We also want to go to the library.
He nods. He says, well, the Arcanium is by far one of the most powerful sources of knowledge in all of Angea, if not the most powerful source of knowledge. So he's like, I can understand that in your quest, and I'm not surprised that you have allied yourself with someone as noble as Bjorn. I think you would have made your parents quite proud. He says, well, perhaps what we can do is wait out here until the library is open. I can begin filibustering in hopes that works, and maybe once you're done at the library and you have everything you need, then we can try this Hail Mary.
Let's do it.
If I get in front of him, there's a lot. We could modify his memory entirely. I can also enchant him so that he can't lie about the source of his blood for 30 days. Like, there's a lot of avenues if we get directly in front of happened.
I think changing his memory would be a problem because if they find out that things have been tampered with in that such manner, it wouldn't be good for us.
Well, then I can force him to tell the truth for 30 days.
That would probably be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, I don't know if I've also stated this, but although he is a politician, he is a powerful mage. He was
Of course he is.
he was instructed by Tara Kassir herself, so
Well,
there
that
is
does sound like my father.
there's probably no more powerful person on this island.
We can look him up.
Absolutely, we can fuck that dude up.
Mhm.
He says, I can tell that you all are powerful, but if it comes to that, then that would be unfortunate.
And divinely the coolest.
She's kicked my ass in every arm wrestling.
He says, all right, well, if you can get him to do an arm wrestling contest, maybe that is the way. If you can get him to arm wrestle for the
Can we challenge him to a
fates
duel?
of the Malkassir, that would be wonderful.
Yo, can you
Can we
imagine?
challenge him to a duel?
You can try to.
Trial by arm wrestling?
Yo.
You
I have
can
Base of Avarice, which allows me to draw 2 more spell slots from my deck.
Oh my god.
He says, if you drew Pot of Greed,
Yeah.
you
No.
2 additional cards.
he says, but no, I think that might be the best path forward. I think you
Arm
can.
wrestle?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yes, if that is an option, that's
I'm
not
strong.
bad. I do not think it will happen.
I'm strong.
I believe he would win. I don't think that he would leave the fate to the Malkassir
I like
up
him.
to that.
I like him.
What's up?
He knows what's
If you can convince
He
him
knows
to
the
arm
short
wrestle for all of this, then that would be amazing.
imagine?
But chances are he will cast a spell. And I feel it is also, very important that we have an exit strategy for you all.
I mean, fair, and I respect that. I just
Where's the ship?
am always looking to arm wrestle, my guy.
He nods. He says, okay.
Did anyone do
Noted.
anything with our ship?
I'm
we
sorry?
Came in on? Did anything happen with the ship that we came in on?
I don't know of all of that. I heard that Madras was here, and I heard about the ship, but I don't know of the status of it.
Okay.
From what I gathered, it fell out of the sky and crashed into a building. I imagine it's not seaworthy.
That's neat to see worthy.
I imagine it's not worthy.
It got a big red button on it.
Yes.
How do you guys leave here?
He says, we reside here. This is where we stay. We occasionally send messengers through magical means, but that's very rare.
That sounds
You
like
don't have any
leaving,
study
though.
abroad
That sounds
program?
like leaving.
Yes, it's very rare.
You gonna study abroad?
No, we do not have any study abroad programs anymore.
Damn,
have
we
the
know a
Arcanian,
guy
they
that
don't
did
need
study
that.
I don't know if it's clear, but we are an isolationist country now.
So you send messengers out magically.
Very rarely.
What's the device or like system for that? Because that could be an exit strategy.
Powerful teleportation spell.
Is there a place within
Oh,
the city
we're
that
done.
Ruindeer is not able to access that we could maybe
Here?
slip away into?
He could be.
He says, well, if he
hope
becomes
not.
king, he'll have access to everything.
Do you
They
know of
probably
any
like him.
hidden locations? Some tunnels?
He says, there are plenty of tunnels, but nothing that would get you back to Angea, which is, I imagine, where you would like to go.
Where is my old
Not
home?
actually.
He says, it's still here. You can visit it, but
Do other people live
unfortunately,
there?
he says, no, it's a historical site. It is where the royal family lived.
Is it at the library?
Nope.
Is it next to the library?
Nope.
Is
I don't
it
wanna go.
anywhere near?
They had noble.
I
they
don't
had
care.
modest means. They lived
This is
more
fair.
in the.
Your parents sound cool.
They were great.
They were amazing.
Were they at the library?
I was best friends with her father.
I know, it just sounded weird when you said it like that.
All right. Well, sorry.
you're
I miss
weird.
them greatly.
I'm sorry. I respect you and what you've done for us, and I very much enjoy your presence.
I feel like you're just pitying me now.
No, I promise.
Anyway,
Are you pitying him?
I gave you a flower!
that could be pity.
Friends!
Okay, you can pity your friends.
It's true.
Listen, we're getting off topic here. Anyway, I think it's best if we lay low. At first light, I will begin filibustering, and then
We can go
I will
to
make
the
it. I will
library.
make a large show of it. Perhaps we can disguise you in some robes or something, and you guys can sneak out and maybe head toward the library.
Yeah, I want to go Arcanium.
So the robes might fit them, but like, do you have any small children robes?
He says, "I have some magical robes." You see, he goes over to the wardrobe, opens it up, and you see these like really raggedy robes. And he pulls them out, and he puts one on you. And as it does, you feel, and it looks the exact same. But as soon as it enters, like lands on you, immediately it looks like Lacey has grown to be the size of an elf with elven ears.
No longer
and
short queen.
Wait.
But you feel the exact same.
Wait, I'm still looking up.
Yes, you're still looking up, but to everyone else, it's eye contact.
Oh, that's sick.
You're a pretty lady.
I'm a pretty lady
You
now.
are.
I want to be a pretty lady.
He says, "Well, you'll still be male."
Put the robe on me.
Okay. He
You're
puts
pretty
the robe on
man.
you. You just look elven.
I'm horribly disappointed that I'm not
He
pretty.
throws robes on the rest of you, and even throws one on you, Madras, and your features change slightly, but of course you still look elven. He says, "These will most likely be the best way for you just not to draw attention to yourself, but I highly recommend that you do not engage in conversation too long or do anything conspicuous. Hopefully I'll have most of the attention of the city by grandstanding, but you never know."
I won't lie, shady shit
All right.
is kind of our thing.
He nods and says, "Well, that is very good." You guys rest up. Madras, is there anything you would like to speak with him about before first light, before you guys make your move?
Yeah. So everyone else is like sleeping. What are they doing? What are we
They're
doing?
just hanging around the office. They're you guys are just waiting, yeah.
Okay. Where are my father and mother now? Where are they buried?
He says, "Unfortunately, we do not have graves for most of the fallen during the war. We have placeholders, but it's not their actual graves." And he says, "And also, I'm not sure exactly or experience, but what has been told of how specifically your mother died, there would not be a..."
Much left. I know.
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
Ooh,
He
Okay.
nods. He says,
Paiwan.
"No.
You know Paiwan?
I don't know who that is, but I know for sure it was not an elf who did this to..."
Fair.
It is a traditional Elvish name.
He nods. He says, "Yes." Anyway, Madras, I hope you know how proud your parents would have been of you and the powerful force you have become despite being separated from your people and on your own. It's quite remarkable. And if this does work out well and you wish to take the throne, I think that it would not be
I don't
hard to convince
I don't even know
folks
if I have parents.
of your claim. He says, "But let's focus on the here and now." It is first light. You see through the windows sunlight coming in, and he looks around to the rest of you and says, "All right, well, if you all ready, I am ready to grandstand." He pulls out his journal, like his private diary. He's like, "I will be
Hell
reading
yeah.
my diary."
What
To
a
filibuster.
legend. What a
Dude.
legend.
Record that shit.
He says,
Eat these parents, don't
"There are
record
probably
the whole
oracles there who will record it." Yes.
Good for
Um,
you. Good for
He
you.
nods. He
The
says,
whole
"I
thing.
will draw attention once you hear the commotion. I recommend that as a good time to slip out."
Okay.
He
How do
nods.
we get to the chambers?
To which chambers?
Veronir Kassir's. How do we get to him?
He says,
library
it is he resides
Oh, is
at
it library first?
I
Library
thought we
first
do
and
library
then-
first.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yeah.
My
yes. He says, once you come back here, hopefully I will still have everyone in the main chambers, but going to his chambers will be quite easy. Perhaps I'll even find a way to get him to recuse himself. We will see.
Recuse.
But
Jack Hughes.
but his office is the largest one at the very end of the hall, so it's very easy to find. It's also very gaudy.
Is he compensated?
Very Malchus.
Probably.
Got it.
He nods. He says, "Well, I wish you all the best of luck." And looks over at you, Madras, and just says, "And you know." Anyway, he just kind of walks out. closes the door behind him. So shortly after, you hear like a commotion as he starts to command the chambers and starts just yelling over everyone, and just like says, "Last week I stubbed my toe, and I swear I thought I broke my foot, but instead, diary, it turns out I am just aging and I am very weak." He just keeps going on about like his diaries. Says, "I feel like my diet has been very bad. I've not been able to pass anything in a week. It is. I'm very worried.
We
But."
should definitely get that checked out. I don't know.
I spit out the ants on the log.
Backed up.
You guys can kind of peer out the door, and you see that obviously there's like a crowd around the council chambers. He's making a dramatic scene. Would you like to dart? You don't have to actually make stealth rolls. You just have to not be conspicuous.
Okay, cool.
As you're walking through here.
I'm gonna
Sheila,
dart.
just walk.
Oh, yeah, because we
Awesome.
look like
Where does
elves.
Sheila?
Yeah, because we all look.
Awesome.
Okay.
You guys make your way out of the castle. It's very easy to. All the attention is drawn away. As you get out to the center of town, where the statue is, and you've just like left the stairs to the castle. Off to your left, there is this massive, like long library with columns kind of surrounding it, and this like marble white exterior. You guys make your way to the library. As you enter your way in there, you just see this like insane, massive rows of books. There are many elves who are kind of like reading and just very much off in their own place. But you just see like these, it seems to go on forever. Just books and books that seem to chronicle, you imagine, every bit of knowledge since the beginning of time. What would you like to do in here? Because I feel like everyone wants to read different books.
I'm immediately going to the T section.
The what section?
T.
Like
the letter
Like the
T.
letter
Like
T
the
or
letter
the drink?
T.
Sorry, hold on.
Yes.
the druid decimal
Chamomile
system.
Okay.
tea.
No, my headphones were weird. You want to go to the tea section?
I'm assuming this is alphabetical.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like actually a section about tea,
no,
the drinking, the
it's
beverage.
Specifically,
Yes, you go to this section. You go to the
Lockwood. Actually, I lied. I want to go look for Lockwood.
Awesome. You go to Lockwood. You see many books. There's not a lot about that very specific example, but you do see histories and tales of Lockwood. A small red book. As you pull it out and open it up. What specifically are you looking to learn from this book?
How... Right now I just want to know broad, like, what is their range of history they have? Like...
They have, like, a single book about specifically, like, Lockwood's history.
Yeah.
It seems to just be like, a bunch of appendages of statements and things that people have said, moments that would have been significant in any way.
I'm looking for anything that had to do with fires.
Gotcha. You find a chapter that does talk a little bit about the specific fire that you're referencing, the one that separated you from your sister and that saw the death of your parents. You look in there and it talks about the Lockwood fires. It says that there are many beliefs as to what could have caused it, nothing known for certain. Mm-hmm. However, there are accounts of folks seeing the Tiefling army retreating after a lost battle and kind of retreating through the area. You see there's talks about the even the human forces kind of chasing them out. It could be either one of them might be responsible. You also see like a singular account of a strange figure, and it describes them as being tall and slender, but with a face that looks like an octopus. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't really make any like specific claims, but you, again, it's just mostly like different histories and accounts of people's perspectives. But you can basically, from this, the only bit of information you've really, been able to accomplish from here, you can tell that there were three parties that had been there, and any one of them could have been responsible. You're not certain, but you're certain that there are accounts of every single one of those parties being there at some point around the fire.
Is this place more like a bookstore, or is it more
It's
like,
definitely not a bookstore.
like, can we rent things?
You see that books are. You can kind of like gather that books are not allowed to be taken out of the library.
Okay.
But obviously they can be read while you're in the library.
Yeah. I just want to hunker down and read into the book, or is that
Yeah.
basically all the information I can get?
That's
out of
most of the information you get, but
Okay.
but yeah, you spend your time kind of like looking.
Yeah, that's.
You know,
I don't think I would have gone away from that anytime soon.
yeah, very cool. Awesome. Anyone else?
So my whole thing was like coming here.
Yes.
Do I have a book that I am looking for in particular, given what I want to know?
You don't have a specific book, but you know that the information you look for is likely here. There are accounts of it being here, and this is also the only, like, if information is in any library, it is here, basically, is kind of what you gather here. But you're quite certain that you can find, what you're looking for. But you can kind of go off on your own. You can kind of look for specifically what you want.
I might be a minute,
Mhm.
so you guys just do your thing. I'm going to peruse. I mean, there's a lot of shit here. I want to look up a book on the relationship between dragons and particular gods
Cool.
and their relationships over the last 1,000 years or so.
Awesome. Cool. You're able to find multiple different books about such things. There's a big history with dragons in particular, and as time goes back farther and farther, gods are more and more relevant. So you're able to find a lot. And if you're kind of doing this nonchalantly, I'll send you what you learn.
Okay.
But anybody else?
I go to books about potions.
Yeah.
And I want to specifically look for the black potion and see if I can find anything about this black potion.
Yeah. You go through many, many books about potions. And you try to find like powerful potions. You see ones that you're familiar with. Nothing about a black potion, but as you're kind of feeling like you're giving up on the search, you do see like a small silver book that's titled A Book of Ancient and Terrible Alchemy. As you hear this book and look into it, you see
Sounds right up your alley.
you see some like really ancient shit that you've never heard of before. You start perusing through. You just see some very strange things that like, don't exist anymore, or like there are now spells of it because it's so ancient. Like it has been crafted in spellcraft, which is a far better version of certain things. But you eventually get to a potion speaking about, or a chapter speaking of a potion that is black as night. You read into it, and there is not a descript, like, 100% account of it, but history tells that this is a very powerful potion stemming from the time of back when gods more commonly interacted with the material plane. It says that this is a powerful potion that would... it could, hypothetically, if it does exist, it seems to not be certain that it's actually, if it's rumor or not, that this could unleash a plague onto all that it touches. It says, it cannot be stopped and will continue to spread until the ground of origination is consecrated by powerful magic. It says, if it's believed to be true, evil will be called to it, and it will, they will feed upon each other. It is said that the potion is from an ancient god destroyed long ago, and after using, he was destroyed after using his alchemy to turn the world into a dark wasteland. It is believed that this was the reason for the Pact of the Gods in the first place,
It's
forbidding
fucking Cyric.
all deities from influencing the material realm directly. You know that there's a lot about Cyric. Cyric's a very well-known god. This talks about like an ancient, like lost god that like was way long ago, way before the battle of the dragons and the giants. Way before. This is back when gods like walked
Barely,
the material
yeah.
plane.
Not Hextor
And
either.
this is believed to be not Hextor. No, this is believed to be again a reason that the Pact of the Gods was created in the first place that forbid gods to directly interact with the material plane. So this is a long time ago.
Gotcha.
It says only one gifted with knowledge from a god himself could create such a potion, if at all possible.
Okay. None of these books have like any sort of like ingredients lists, do they?
They do not.
Fuck.
It's something that's like, it even says in there, like, there's, if it's even possible to construct such a potion, then it would have to be divine knowledge itself. It would likely contain ingredients that aren't even found on the material plane.
Would I think that the area that we were in before we saw the ships, that like wasteland area, would I suspect that that was the part, like that was where like originally like that was put, that potion?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
I do have advantage, thank God. Nope, never mind.
Oh!
It's pretty rough, guys.
That's
It's fine
tough.
though. Nature, that would be 12.
With a 12, you're able to tell that this is probably not the same thing.
Okay.
And also I'll say that you know too that like the Forgotten Lands, which is what was like right on the cusp of like the Thieves' Cove, that is known to be a land that was lush not very long ago.
Okay.
And it's kind of, its history is more tied to the Forever War than anything.
Okay.
And while you weren't near this location, it said that somewhere in the Forgotten Lands is where the last battle of the Forever War took place.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, you can tell it's very different, especially from what you've seen too. It's aesthetically so different.
True.
Like one's like a
Whoops.
almost like a desert wasteland, and one's like a magical plague-like swamp almost.
That doesn't make sense though, because the potion that I had, the flower died, then it resurrected itself, and then it spread to the other flowers, and they were still sentient beings when I talked to them.
And then you came back.
Fuck, it's
fucking
probably
with it.
modified.
Yeah, I'm like, they're definitely fucking with you.
And then you came back though,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a wasteland.
Destroyed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was still destroyed.
Forgot about that part.
There's a middle part.
They burned each other. They finally did
All
it.
right. Fair enough. Maybe all the flowers were evil. They were just killing each other.
Yeah, over and over again.
Madras,
Yes.
anything you would like to look up?
I'm going to the section about resurrection.
Very cool. Okay. What specifically would you like to be looking at? That's obviously a very big topic.
Give me possession.
Well, is it necessarily? Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'm in possession.
Okay. Sure.
Oh,
I was
thought you
I was like, I'm not dead.
What
I thought she was
specifically?
looking for- I
Um,
thought she was looking
Oh.
how to exorcise a god from a being.
Okay.
For dummies.
You look.
For
You look in the for topics about possession. You see a ton of stuff. It takes you a very long time to find anything with teeth that's going to actually move your knowledge forward. But you eventually find like possession relating specifically to deities. And it's very basically what you learn from like a couple different books and like kind of making inferences on the knowledge from multiple sources. You're able to kind of determine that a possession by a deity is incredibly rare. The only time that could ever that's been recorded to have happened was before the Pact of the Gods was in place. And usually it's through, of course, some kind of cursed object. Of course, normally done, pretty much solely done by dark gods. You find that, like, any sort of confrontation with a god of any sort, it is nearly impossible to break some kind of possession from a god unless you have some kind of power on that level. What you can infer from this related to your specific material is that, or situation, is really that it feels like it would be very tough, if not impossible, to destroy, to take Pale Scales out of being possessed. Instead, maybe it's more possible to destroy the artifact that's causing the possession. So basically, it's like countering the spell or whatever that's in place is going to be very tough, if not impossible. But the object is still a cursed object and can be destroyed, albeit it'll be very difficult. And that brings you to the conclusion that's probably the best way to save Pale Scales.
Okay. We're gonna go to the section on the Crown of Madness.
Cool. Yes. There's definitely a lot about the Crown of Madness. Give me a luck check. Just roll me a d4.
Oh.
She's moving board stuff while we're looking up shit for ourselves.
Yeah, well, you're selfish.
Fuck.
2. I don't know your friend, so
I know.
You look through the bookshelves, and you find where you'd expect it to be. There's like an empty slot. Like there's no book there.
Damn.
How to destroy.
What's your give me a perception check.
I have a list of all the books in this library.
Manuscript.
That's a 9.
I have to find that book.
Yeah, you're looking around for it. You're not able to find it.
All right, cool. Well, we tried. Anyway, no, we're gonna.
Can I try looking for it?
Yeah, you can definitely try. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Yeah, you guys can give me a perception
I'm
check.
like, you did say my book was a very large book, and I know I can read decently. Perception check, you said?
Yep.
Boop.
15.
Fucking hell.
what are you guys up to?
Jack shit
Looking for
over
shit.
here.
Like about your friend?
Is
Yeah.
it advantage, or did you say advantage?
What?
No, he's not adventure,
Like
because of
it's a possession thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got to do with what? You're reading
Has
about the
to-
crown.
You got a 15.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Seabug?
Mind if I flip
Not a
through?
50.
Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Are you rolling as well?
Yes, he rolled.
What'd you get?
Well.
I got a 6.
I know you got 6.
Do I know everything?
No. You know less than when you walked in the library.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
22.
Oh, buns.
Pale skills.
Oh shit! I'm back.
Egan.
No.
You're
Leaves.
you're looking around like the rest of your companions, and you can't seem to find anything. Lacey, you're looking around, and it seems like it's like someone must have taken it out.
Of the library you can't buy things from.
Is there a worker here?
There are definitely people who work here. Yeah.
Can I like go up to someone and just be like, "Hello"?
You see like an older elvish woman say, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Do you? I had a quick question
so
because I
hard to
thought I saw
calculate.
something weird, but maybe I'm just crazy. Has there ever been a man here who might have like tentacles on his face?
There have not been anyone other than an elf in here in years.
Gotcha.
How long are you referring to? Back before we had become a reclusive town, the reclusive city, I should say, or state, we would have visitors more often, but many years ago.
Gotcha. Okay. You're not allowed to check out books here, right? I've never been able to before.
Most certainly not.
There's a book missing, and
She
I was
looks-
trying to find it.
She looks shocked. She's like, what book are you looking for?
I come and I show her the empty spot.
She looks around. She says, yeah, our records say that there should be a book on the Cyrix, one of his pieces of 3, I believe the Crown of Madness. Let me look and see if I can find it for you. She's going to roll a perception check.
Do you have like an electronic or magical copy that we could?
She's like, I do have a Kindle, yes.
Yeah.
She looks around for quite a while. She says, I don't know where this is. This should be here. You are absolutely correct.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm just doing some research for a paper, and I just wanted to check. So, I appreciate your time.
She's not just, of course, yes, please let me know if I can help you with anything else. She just kind of looks very frustrated and like kind of like walks off. Like it's very tight, it's like tightly run here. And she's like, how can there be a book missing?
Yeah.
She goes off. You guys have been here for definitely a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Um,
We gotta make moves. I
Do we
think.
hear any ruckus?
it's a whole different building.
Yeah, we
You
gotta
definitely
make some
have to
moves.
go.
Are you telling
But,
me I can't hear across the town?
Nope. Definitely cannot.
I have elf ears now.
You definitely look like you do.
Pointy.
What would you guys like to do?
I think we should.
What we should head back.
I think we should make some moves.
I don't.
Wait, while I was pointing to
I
the
like to
shelf, I was
hear-
pointing up. She's like,
You guys head back. You see like the crowd around the council chambers has gotten even bigger. And there are just like a ton of pedestrians like leaning in, like, what's happening? What's happening? And everyone's like talking about this council member who just will not stop.
What a legend.
I want to say grandstanding. It's
Filibustering.
filibustering. Thank you. And so there's like a whole like scene, like the whole town is like talking about it because this is supposed to be like basically when the king is gonna be like officially crowned. Like the coronation would be later, but
So we're amidst the crowd.
you're kind of in the back of the crowd because there's like a massive, like it's coming out of the doors. But you can just barely look in, and I'll say that you guys can look to see where I'll say that even though he was giving a presentation before he was giving a speech, Ruindeer did of course have a specific seat for him. I'll say that you could have tell by at least Madras and Ekin, you could have been able to see that that was the empty seat during that meeting. You can tell that his seat is empty. And he's does not seem to be in this room from what you can see.
To his room.
And then you see you see Zeno is just like still going. He's like so exhausted. Just been talking nonstop for hours.
Sweating bullets as he's reading.
He's like looking around, and you see he keeps like making eye contact with the doorway. I'll say that he just barely can like see you, like Madras, and obviously knows what you guys look like. And he just goes, "Yes, and it is an outrage that the person who would have been potentially crowned today, if he had his way, is given up on listening to the retorts from a fellow council member and has gone back to his chambers."
Boo, Ruindeer. Boo.
Yes, boo, Ruindeer. Indeed, no one else is booing. Everyone is like you can tell a bunch of people are pissed, and other people are just like terrified. Just boo, Ruindeer. But he's because yes,
Boo.
that is very un-king-like to do such a thing. As he kind of continues, he's just kind of like keeps looking back at like where you are, Mattress, and just keeps talking nonsense. You guys can see this. It's still all the attention's on the crowd, and you know where Ruindeer's chambers are.
Cool, we're going there.
Going there?
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys go in there, and you see there are two guards by the door. They stop you. You see they kind of step forward as you come in. They're just like, "Halt, there are no visitors that Ruindeer is taking right now. He is in his private office, and he's not expecting company."
Oh.
He's got a lady in there.
He most certainly does not.
Sorry.
I'm casting.
Or a man, no judgment.
No bitches.
Wait, hold on. I must look up language.
Or a man, no judgments.
He says, that would be fine, but it's just not true.
That we're on the same page.
You guys know Rido?
Yeah, I believe so. He's one of the guards in the city.
He's talking so much shit about Ruindeer's personal guard. It was actually it was off-putting.
He's
saying a lot
by
of
far
negative
one
stuff.
of Ruindeer's biggest fans. You
No,
are
he's
obviously.
talking shit about you guys. He likes Ruindeer.
He was talking shit about me specifically.
Yeah.
Well-
He's like, I should be in that position, not watching some dumb Paiwan dummy.
He says,
Okay.
"I do not believe you."
I am.
Roll me a deception check with disadvantage.
Damn.
Get him.
Disadvantage.
I know. I gotta look up the stat, though, too.
No, that's fair.
17 for one, 3 for the
Yeah,
other.
well-
Damn.
It's okay, guys. It's alright. We got this.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm really good at lying. 4.
I'm like,
anymore.
this is
You're
not
not
your
Pale
liar.
Scales anymore, dude.
This is
alright.
not
You're
your
like-
liar.
I am going to cast sleep.
You raise your hand about to cast a spell. You see them like pull their spears up like right at you. These highly decorated guards. As that happens, you hear the door open, and you see Ruindeer peek his head out, and he says, "Oh, guards. I'm so sorry. They're more than welcome. Please come on in." And opens the door.
I just look at the guy and say, "Thank you," and I walk in.
They just look pissed. They stay back in.
And then I go in the door.
It's like, I don't even know what that meant. You see Ruindeer closes the door, and as he closes the door, you guys get a good look at this room. So you see a grand and royal looking room spreads out upon, it's massive, way bigger than Zeno's room, and it has purple banisters and gold trim everywhere. You see bookshelves lining the walls, and a desk with battle maps and letters kind of scattered all over them. This massive desk with a big chair that he sits at. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
21.
12.
20, not nat.
15.
Is that book here?
12.
What'd you get?
12.
Oh, sorry. You guys look around. It seems like a very gaudy, normal
Are
politician's
these
room.
books even real?
He says, well, of course, why would I have fake books?
I wasn't talking to him. I was just like...
Is the book here? Can I see it?
No, yeah, why would you have fake
You
books?
do not see the book that you're looking for now. You see a bunch of books, but definitely not that one. You also don't know what it looks like, technically. But
So-
you don't see any suspicious book. Stop giving the squinty eyes.
Where's the book?
You see, he kind of walks over and sits down and he says, please, friends, you can take off these poor attempts for disguises. I know, Madras, that you are here.
I mean, she's not wearing the disguise.
My name's
Neither
Ethan.
are we.
I am.
Sorry,
Oh,
what?
you were wearing one?
I was
Yeah.
wearing one.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
she
changes
got
my
it.
features like slightly.
Yeah, it changes her features.
I
yeah.
thought we literally just put one on just so we looked like elves, and she was just chilling.
No, she had her own.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get naked.
That is it.
He says, "All right."
You said that.
All
He
right.
Did
he
you make
looks around.
some of the clothes on?
And by the way, as you look around too, you do also see there are 4 guards in the corners of the room.
At least
At this large room. But you see, he sits down. He's kind of unfazed by all this. He's like, Madras, I am amazed that you are here. All accounts talk that you were killed in the war. It's incredible that you have somehow come back from the dead. You must tell me your story.
And I, in turn, am amazed that you are here because I don't have a brother.
He nods and he says, I was wondering what you might say about this. But in fact, it appears that you do. I mean, all of the tests that were run are...
You.
Sorry.
That was a spider. You
Yeah,
probably
it
can't
was.
see it. That's fine by me.
Fuck, bro.
They're coming.
I'm like,
They've only ever come over here, don't worry.
Right.
Oh shit, oh fuck.
Oh shit,
But
oh fuck, oh shit.
he says, all
Keep an eye on it.
alchemy tests have been done. They've proven me to be of royal blood. Your family is the only royal family known. So we must be siblings.
Must be siblings.
How they get your blood?
I'm sorry, what?
How they get your blood?
How did they get to my blood?
Yeah, did they?
I gave them my blood to prove it.
How?
How did I give them my blood?
Yeah, wouldn't they want to like see it come from you?
I walked in front of them. I cut my wrist and I poured it into a basin where they used alchemy to prove that it is of royal blood.
That's not what God said.
Okay.
God said it was her blood.
don't think you trust
I
yourself.
apologize.
Okay.
There's just like a little.
Yes. Thank you.
Don't shush God.
Thank you.
God said it was your blood.
So if you are my brother, when were you born? Where were you when the Forever War happened?
I was by Tara Kassir's side. I was her steward for the entirety of the war.
You were her
Most of the war.
steward for the entirety of the war.
Most of the war, yes. I joined it a little later than you. I became of age.
And why didn't mother or father ever speak of you?
Well, why did they never speak of being nobility? Seems that
He-
they
he
kept
got
many
mad
lies.
with her. He got her.
If
Yeah.
he knows
Yeah.
Tara Kassir, tell him to name 4 of her songs. He's such a big Tara Kassir fan.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Name
no.
her 4 best
War Cry
battles.
1, War Cry 2,
War Cry acoustic.
War Cry remix.
War Cry Live.
Featuring Ty Dolla Sign. Fuck. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh god.
I forgot what he just said. He was his. What were we
Why
talking
were they
about?
spoken
Why
about
mom?
nobility?
No. Yeah.
I touched you.
So you were her steward the entire time, and she made no mention of you being their child.
That's not what it goes.
Not until the... Wait, who didn't make mention?
Tara.
Tara told me before she died. Before
Before
the
she
last
died.
battle of the Forever War, yes.
What happened in that
died?
battle?
There are many accounts of what happened in the battle. Which story would you like
Were
to hear?
you
Would you like to
there?
hear that I was there? Would you like to hear the human story? Would you like to hear the elf story? Would you like to hear the dwarf story? They're all different.
I would like to hear the story of what happened because you were apparently there.
He nods and he says, all right, well, I'll tell you the truth. The truth is that In the midst of battle, we believed that this was our last attempt to destroy the Tiefling Empire and to stop them from invading the lower parts of Angea and ultimately having free reign and conquering the entire life as we know it. Bjorn decided to reveal a power that had not been known to anyone aside from maybe Terra, and sacrifice everyone on that battlefield just to destroy the Tiefling Empire. He says the only ones that were saved in any large number were mostly humans and many elves because of Terra's ability to shield them through her magical skill. She says the dwarves were utterly destroyed. And Bjorn was fine making that sacrifice. So when everyone likes to compliment Bjorn as being the hero of our time, it's kind of sick when you think about it and you actually understand what happened. But nobody will tell you because everyone there had died other than me and maybe a few other elves and a few humans who probably just had their memory changed or what may be. Who knows? But it's believed that he saved the world from this terrible force when in reality he unleashed hell.
Fuck.
I mean, it's classic utilitarian versus egalitarian, right? Like, it's a trolley problem.
You're a trolley problem.
Yeah, I'll flip the
He
lever.
says, and the sick part about all of it
Every
is
time.
that Bjorn was right.
Oh.
Bjorn was right to do this.
Mm.
And I hate him for it. I hate for him for what he did to many of our soldiers. Hate what he did to the dwarves. They're not even aware. Stormrock was never even aware. He was only saved by Terra's magic as well. They had no knowledge of the kind of power that Bjorn unleashed and the sacrifice that he just decided to make.
That's not what Don says.
He says,
I know you were.
but he was correct. If we had lost that, the Tiefling Empire would have conquered, pillaged, destroyed all of our towns, and we would be worshipping the Emperor right now. So, yes, did he save us? Yes, but he is no hero.
Why do you want to be the king?
He says, I want to be the king so that I can actually restore the Malkasir to what they truly are.
You want to restore the Malkasir?
He's like, have you looked around? Have you seen these pitiful troops? Can you imagine them fighting in the Forever War? The war that we fought in?
No, but of course I can't. But look at the room you are in. That is not the Malkasir way. When your room is... Your quarters are so much better than those around you. Even Terra did not live in the egregious way that you do.
It's also tasteless.
Some of us have to prove ourselves, and if that means we have to put the trappings of royalty around us, then so be it. I'll tell you right now, I do not care about this, but it is a presentation because I need folks to believe that I am truly the person I say I am. And once they have faith in me, then we can restore the Malkasir to what we truly are.
Are you admitting that you're not who you say you are?
No. But there are many non-believers out there.
Even though you've shown them your blood.
Of course.
Then do it again.
They didn't believe the first alchemist test. Why would they believe the second one? They just don't want me to be king.
I talked to God, and he said that this guy's full of shit on the whole blood thing.
He said that it was my blood, but he is also my blood. There are
No,
many
he's his
different
blood.
ways. There are many different ways that can be interpreted.
There's only one way blood can be interpreted. Yours is in there. His is in there.
I am my mother's blood. She is my blood.
No.
He says that is correct.
It is a way of speaking.
No.
He is of my blood. It could have
Perhaps
been
you
my
should have
blood.
asked your deity a more clear question, if that is truly what you did. Or if maybe you're just an insurgent sent here to try and state that I'm not actually who I say I am. He said, you would not be the
Understand.
first.
I am not here to take a throne or to dethrone anyone or to just come in the way of any sort of political activities going on. I am here for other reasons. There's much bigger movements without this city and outside of what goes on in here. I don't care what you do, but this is my family, and I don't know you. And you use my family's name, and I don't know if it's in vain. So you need to prove at least to me that you are who you say you are.
He says,
It's pretty fair.
that makes sense. But I actually see no need to convince you. I actually wanted you to come here and hope that you would, because I have much respect for you. Obviously, you and I are of the same kin. You are an heir of Terra Kasir, and that can make for a powerful ally. So I'll ask you a question. Regardless of if you think I am who I say I am, you cannot deny the power that I hold and the command over our people that I will soon have. If you wish to join me and we can rule together, then I'd be open to hearing a suggestion. But ultimately, I want you to join with me, sister, and that way we can use your story, my connections, my power, to unite the rest of the Malkasir, and then we can actually join Angea once more, not be reclusive and act as if we're not connected to the plights of the humans and the dwarves and every other species.
I will consider it if you prove you are my kin.
He says, well, I don't really have an alchemist
Then
here.
bring
I'm an
it out.
alchemist.
Oh, whoa, okay.
He says, you are an alchemist.
Yeah, show me the blood.
Give me a deception check
Show me
with
the
disadvantage.
Show me the money.
8.
He says, okay. So, here's what we can do. You can join me now, swear allegiance to me, and we can hear maybe one of the reasons why you've come here, because I'm sure it's not to reclaim the throne. You're too much like our mother in the fact that you deny it, that you choose that it's not worthy of your time, whatever reasons you may give. But that's fine, because I'm the one who wishes to ascend to the throne. So how about we join forces? You can go off and do whatever quests you need to do with your companions here, and we can right the wrongs of the history for the Malkasir.
I don't see why, with all the power you have, you can't just call an alchemist here.
He says, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's kind of an ordeal happening in the council chambers, but as soon as that is over, as soon as what's his name tires himself, we'll be able to walk
What's
in
his
there.
name?
Yeah, what is it? I actually forgot.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Zeno.
I was gonna be like, you fucking bitch.
Zeno.
Yeah.
That he's been after my command for years now.
Which, of course, would raise flags, because you know who Zeno is.
Sure.
Who is he?
He was friend of our father's.
So him having doubts about your claim to the throne doesn't bother you in any way?
Of course
Doesn't
it
raise
bothers
any
me.
flags?
It bothers me that I have to wait here for him to tire himself out before I can ascend to the throne, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop everything that compels me to move forward.
I don't know, dear brother. It seems like you have a little less power than you say you do. Otherwise, you would be able to prove it to me in an instant and would have no worries with it.
He says, all right, I'll prove my power. I'm happy to do that.
This dude's a load of
Um,
barnacles.
You see he raises a hand and points it at Lacey and says, I'll show you my power right now.
If you were really strong, you'd kill one of your guards.
I step in between him and Lacey.
He says, take your pick.
Oh, shit.
What would you like me to do? Show my power or join me?
That's very Malkasir of you.
Is it?
No, it's sarcasm.
Oh,
man.
you're so. I don't know shit about the Malkasir
Right,
like thing. You keep
You're
saying
okay.
they're all
It's
honorable,
okay.
and then he's gunned
Okay.
at people's
It's
heads.
okay.
It's a hand.
It's a hand that can shoot.
What's he gonna do?
Damn.
What's he gonna do?
He says,
Um,
listen, can we put aside this charade? We have much bigger things at hand here. We have
Such as?
Illithids, we have the Circle of Fire, we have Bjorn, we have many things that are happening.
I'll step aside. I'm holding you back.
I'm sorry. I don't know you, and you asking me to trust you out of nowhere without proving that you can be trusted does not make me want to give you precious information about our journey and the reason that we're here.
He says, I grow tired of this. What will it be?
I step in front of Seabug.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
just the two.
Let's
of
just keep
them.
getting closer to him.
I'm
Step away from
literally
me.
holding your back with my quarterstaff.
He says,
Not always.
I will
Carry the
come
great
forward
sword,
and
you actually
acknowledge
have
who
to
you
plus
are
5
and
now.
support your claim to the throne, and ally myself with you publicly. Come back as Madras Morgren, and say you may take the throne, and I fully support it, and that the city is in good hands with you if you just show me who you are.
he says, I don't see a way to do that other than having an alchemist here, and this would take time that I do not have.
Well,
I
for
think
someone who continues to use my name as a source of why they should have so much power, when I stand in front of them and offer them a chance to have all my power, doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense.
He sighs, and you see he kind of walks over to his desk, picks up like a glass of wine, takes a sip, and says, you know what doesn't make sense to me is your encounter in the Hollow Mountain. He says, what doesn't make sense to me is how you and a band of misfits could overthrow someone as powerful as the Archmage.
Is he the Archmage? Me.
He smiles and just says, why don't you join our side? We have much to do, little one.
Fuck.
She's actually kind of big.
Actually-
Given the party size is relative. You're the little one.
I'm gonna speak to everyone in their heads.
Okay.
Yeah, do that thing.
I'm gonna speak to everyone in
Didn't
their heads.
you use that ability?
No, we
No.
just talked about it.
We talked about possibly doing it to reach out to.
Oh, that's right. He told you
And
not to.
Zeno was like, don't do that.
Very cool. Yep.
Don't do that because you'll need
Very
it
cool.
for now.
Zeno's so smart.
Yeah, Zeno.
Zeno's so
Cool.
smart.
Yeah.
So we're fighting.
We're fighting.
I
want to fight.
I am. I'm gonna hit him. I'm just gonna start swinging.
Roll initiative, everyone.
I'm gonna start swinging. I'm just
I'm a
swinging.
swang.
5.
A fucking course. What
10.
the fuck?
8.
Hold on. Remember your numbers.
How many people? Oh, 5, right.
Yeah, of course you get the big initiative.
Yeah.
Right?
But I do surprise attack and I roll
What if
high
you
for
just
initiative.
kill it this whole combat now? Because you had low rolls.
That's so shitty rolls. It's not gonna happen.
You could.
I've had 2 good rolls and that's the second one.
That means you're due, bro. Gambler's
No.
fallacy is always
You're
true.
right. God damn.
That's why
I'm gonna
people
fucking-
gamble.
Okay, what did
because
everyone
it
get?
works.
I got an 8.
5.
22.
10. Smack this.
Layer
bitch.
action. Go fuck yourself.
I definitely should at least get this.
The wine spills
All right.
on
Sorry.
your
One more time.
toes.
Lacey
You
and
are
Madras.
sticky.
Madras was an 8.
Yep.
Okay.
What was yours?
5.
5 was hers.
Cool. All right.
I knew he was full of barnacles.
Dude, it was
There's a load of barnacles.
Cool. You see,
Archmage, but
immediately as this happens, you see his form dramatically change as he becomes this tall skeletal figure with his long bony hands and sharp razor black nails as he becomes the Archmage that you have faced once before. As that happens, you see the guards in the corners, they also transform. And
Dope.
you see something that you 3 remember and you have been told about. You see these
He didn't
figures...
remember.
What?
He don't
Yeah.
Sorry, you have no idea. You
What the fuck
3
is going on?
transform. You see these guards transform into these like monstrous beings that look partially tiefling, partially like demonic, as they transform into the very beings that were being created in the Hollow Mountain that Celeste was actually being forced to create. These demon-like
Okay.
guards
Shit.
Go back to that bitch.
that were kind of built to serve both the Archmage and Hextor. He transforms everyone, and battle commences. Seabog, that is you first.
We battled him before.
Mm-hmm.
Do we remember or not if he was resistant in any manner to necrotic damage?
Roll me a history check. Actually, don't know what spells you tried against him.
Okay, I don't know. Unless a 4 is gonna give me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start swinging. That's fine.
Well, that's why he had that large metal helmet on.
Ekin, you're coming up.
Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
I didn't.
As you swing at him and miss, he
How
ducks
about a
behind.
nat 20?
Nat 20 definitely hits.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. So let me roll that. Boop boop. Okay. That's 9. And that's 25 damage for that hit.
Cool.
We're gonna go and talk to him, hopefully. I'm gonna spend 9 key point or 1 key point.
No.
Actually, we're gonna spend the 1 to make him make a con save. It's gotta beat a 15.
Cool. That is a nat 20. So sorry.
That's better than him hitting me with a nat 20. Okay, then we're gonna spend another key point to hit him twice with a dirty 20 and higher than that.
That definitely is gonna hit.
It's gonna be a total of 6 plus 9. Where to go? 10 plus 17 more damage.
Solid.
All right, who's next?
Anything else? The Lich is up to the plate.
Yikes! Big yikes!
He
Spooky.
you see, he kind of like scoffs as you are able to do some decent damage to him. He is going to cast Power Word Stun on you.
Not me.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm proficient in it. Hell yeah.
20.
Oh my god, it really is a nat
20. Nat 20? Holy shit! Incredible. He casts Power Word Stun using a very powerful spell slot. And then he just looks like he's a smile kind of like withers away as he goes, all right, you've grown stronger.
It was just Lacey in the back going, go Steve, go Steve, go Steve.
That is
Help action.
that is the guards' turn. The guards are going to run up to Seabog. You have 2 guards are going to run up to you. They're going to make some attacks here. They're going to make a lot
I'm attacking
of attacks
one
here.
of them back.
Cool.
Oh my god!
I told you you're gonna
No
fucking
way!
Holy
Let's
shit, you
go.
fucking him up?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a nat 20.
nat 20.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, did you double your damage for the first nat 20?
Yes, I rolled twice
Okay,
for
good.
it. It kind of sucked because I missed the first attack, so I just hit the normal 2, but 8. Oh baby!
Nice.
So that's
20.
another 25.
Damn, nice. You fucked this guy right up.
Seabug's popping off right now, baby.
All right, they are going to make 3 attacks each. I'm so sorry, nat 20.
Nice.
I deserve this. I talk
came
shit.
back quick.
I talk shit.
Yay.
Not nat 20. And then a 14. That one misses. So
Okay.
that's the first guy is going to do 15 and then 35 damage.
Mother of God.
And then this next guy is going to go up.
Crispy.
That is going to hit. That's not going to hit. Next hit. That is going to hit. That is a 25 to hit. And then, oh my god, another nat 20. I'm literally not even joking.
Jesus.
Nat 20s are so potent here. Okay, that is 20. That is another. It's actually 25 damage. As he makes attack. You see that they drop their weapons and they kind of come at you with claws and bites. As they just start kind of like ripping into like you and like your shell at the same time. You see the 2 other guards are going to run up, one to each of the 2 of you, one to Madras and one to Ekin. Ekin, the first one is going to be a
hits.
12 to hit.
Nope.
That misses. A 13 to hit.
If it matches my armor class, it's a hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yep,
And then a 26.
that hits.
Jesus.
That is going to be 20 damage.
Mhm.
And then Madras, that is a 14 to hit,
Nope.
a less than that, and then 15 to hit.
I want yeah,
Damn.
but I could have sworn that there was something like a couple episodes ago that I got that raised my armor class by 2.
Did you update it in your thing?
I didn't update it on my thingy.
No, you only got a dagger.
Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, then that one hits.
Okay, gotcha. That was only one that hit you, right?
Yeah, that was the
All
only
right,
one.
just 15 damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that is going to be Eakin's turn. And Madras, you're on deck.
You got injured, I got
I
injured.
fucked up real hard.
You got
Yeah,
injured?
Drew.
Yeah,
You
he
got
need
injured?
help.
No, I'm good. Go ahead, because I still have stuff, so.
Yeah, this Lich ain't underestimating you guys this time.
Don't do it. Underestimate me.
So.
I haven't ever seen you before. I'm useless. Don't hurt me. I'm good.
He's your baby.
Just a baby.
I'm going
Just a
to.
little guy.
I am just a little
I
guy.
have no money.
This is me
I
if you
can
even
pay
care.
you in blocks.
I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word on myself, Madra. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll wait a little bit because I can do that to everybody. I'm gonna cast Aid
Ooh.
on Madras, Seabog, and myself. I'm gonna do it at a 3rd level. They gain 5 current and 5 maximum hit points immediately.
Nice.
Oh.
On top of that, with my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Gios at the. Oh, actually, no, I can't do that. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon at the 4th level. I create a floating spectral weapon within range of 60 feet. It lasts for a duration of 1 minute. When I cast the spell, I make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. I'm going to spawn the weapon right next to the Lich. It's going to take 1d8 plus 5 of force damage. So that's going to be 9 force damage. And that's my turn.
Force damage against who?
The Lich.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Okay. And then I'm on
That
deck.
is Madras, yes. And then Lacey, you're on deck.
Okay, the 3 other little guys are not hurt at all, right?
4. And no.
Didn't one of them go down right away from Seabug's Nat 20?
God, no.
No? Never
Nope.
mind. Okay.
God, no.
It was a significant damage, but,
But it
no,
wasn't-
he's
he's
still
not
up.
down.
Oh, he's up.
Okay, and the Archmage,
Oh, he looks fine.
the
Oh,
mage
he's
is
around.
looking fine, but like
Pretty
I
sturdy.
scratched him.
Pretty sturdy. He's not the most. He's not like a tank
Yeah.
by any means, but he's definitely in the world of like super powerful bad guys. He's a glass cannon.
Okay. I think I'm going to take a short bow at who is in range of the Will guys.
I'm in range of 2 of them.
You're
You're
in
in
range of
range
2
of
of them?
1, and he's in range of 1.
I'm gonna take
The Lich is in range of him too.
Yeah, I also have the Lich on
yeah.
mass.
I'm gonna swing on on the little guy that's hurt.
The one that I hit back.
Yeah.
The one that I hit.
Cool.
React.
Awesome. Swing or shoot?
Shoot.
Cool.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Swing that arrow at him.
That is a 26 to hit.
Definitely hits. Easily.
Fuck him up with that. Sneak attack.
Okay, that is 7 damage first,
Nice.
and then what is
You
it?
get 5, right?
Is it
Or
5? It's
6.
5d6.
I mean, it's 5 or 7. Oh, is it 1?
10, 14, 15, 16, plus another 7.
23.
Yes. Alright. So yeah, that's 23 damage.
Hell yeah. Nice. He's looking hurt for sure.
The fuck? Can he go down? What the hell is that?
These guys are bred to be very dangerous bad guys.
Bonkable.
That is you, Lacey.
Be warriors.
If I was to place something 5 feet away from the 2 guys Can I place something that's 5 feet away from the two guys and the lich, but not within 5 feet of Seabog?
No.
Fuck.
You can definitely get... I'll say you can get all of them if you want.
Is it a deck save?
It's a deck save.
Roll them dice. Every time people's like, is it Dex?
I'm guaranteed to take half damage.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere,
Whoa, cool.
and so that so it's an unoccupied space, and a flaming sphere comes up there. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws within. No, not you guys. Sorry, but the four of them. Yeah. So all they need to make dexterity saving throws.
It's fireball. It's soft fireball.
It's literally the same thing in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, it's like he's here.
Sorry, what kind of dexterity saving throws you said?
Dexterity saving throws, please.
It's like he never left me. Holy shit.
Well, fail. Does a 17 pass?
17 does pass, yes.
2 passes, 2 fails. For the soldiers, and then for the lich.
They're all around him?
I got 12. Fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're not. It's just 2.
The 2 and the lich, right?
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I'll say those are the guys who fail. And then the lich is going to do dex. That is also a fail.
Sweet. Okay, cool. They're going to take...
all 3 of these guys.
They're going to take 4d6 fire damage. So 6, 11, 12, 14 damage to each of them.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. So I'm taking
You're only
7?
taking 7, yep.
Hell yeah, baby.
And then I want the lich to make a... Actually, that is concentration. So, no, I can do this still. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm right. Sorry. I need the lich to make a con save for me, please.
Con save?
Yep.
26.
Okay, never mind then. That's my turn.
Okay, that is would be Seabog, but definitely going to use a legendary action. This lich is going to use paralyzing touch on Lacey for sure, angered by being hit by this. That is a... I'm so sorry, 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Just 10 cold damage, but you have to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's at least a 19.
Easily, you save.
Yeah, that's a 20. That's actually a 24.
Awesome, save. You are not paralyzed. Cool. That's cool. Cool, that is going to be Seabog's turn.
I gotta see if that breaks concentration, though.
Would you did 10 damage, so you said it'd be
10 damage, yeah.
I'm good.
Cool. So the sphere is just sitting there?
Yeah, the sphere sits there, so... also...
So
also, sorry, 1 sec. When you move the sphere, it lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make another dexterity saving throw.
It's not end of his turn.
End of turn.
Fuck. It's...
Yeah.
God damn it. Whatever.
Sorry. Still good to know.
Of turn.
Whatever. Fine.
These microphones can't stand the table hits.
Sorry.
It's okay. I keep forgetting to tell you.
Can I position myself in a way that I am exactly 5 feet away from him?
You already are 5 feet away
and
from him.
Get out of the circle.
You're kind of surrounded.
Okay.
But can you move without taking
I could.
attacks of opportunity?
I could. Yeah, I will.
If you're able to do that, I'll say you go around the desk and the other side.
I just gotta spend a key point for that. I think that costs me my bonus action. Okay, so I'm gonna swing at him still. Oop.
Nice.
With at least an 18. And is it a 7 or is it okay, so I need him to make another con save for me.
That is 21.
Fuck.
Yeah, his saves are good.
Fuck.
Except for the one.
What?
Except for the one.
Except for the one.
He's taking 9 damage.
Okay.
And then Bonus action. Okay.
Does he look like he's taking that damage, or is it like bouncing off of him, sort of?
It's a bonus action.
What damage?
Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, does
He's taking it.
All of it.
Maybe.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a magical weapon,
He's
if that matters. 'Cause sometimes.
Oh, it is a magical weapon. Okay,
he's
yeah.
good. Then yes, it is good. He does not have immunity against that.
I'm like, I haven't
I've-
hit
yeah.
it with a magical weapon.
That's why I wanted to check.
Yeah, you got a lightning staff.
Yeah, my staff does lightning damage.
Or thunder, whatever it is.
Thunder.
Bunskies. I'm going to not do anything else. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. That is back to him. He is going to look over at you, Seabog. You're kind of pissing him off. He is going to cast. Oh, but you're right next to him, aren't you?
Hell yeah,
This
that's
is- is that
disadvantage on
disadvantage?
spell attacks.
Yeah, that's true.
If they're range.
They are ranged.
I'm safe for now. Try to leave. Try it. I dare you. I dare. Whack. Oh my god. Like an Asian grandma smacking.
He is going to get out of range of you and move to the corner of the room.
Maybe.
What saving throw he's got to do?
I have to hit him.
Oh.
That's right.
Okay, he said he was going to do it either way.
19. Dirty 20.
To hit? Yeah, definitely hits.
Bam! He's not moving anywhere,
Yes.
and I'm hitting him.
Awesome.
God damn it! Another 9 damage.
Okay, cool. That is going to be... He still has his turn, though, correct?
Yeah, he just can't move
Okay,
anymore.
got it. Okay, yeah. He is going to then try and hit you with this, even with disadvantage, because he's getting real pissed off. He's going to cast Finger of Death.
Fuck.
Nat 2. There's no way he's gonna hit it. So he tries to cast this in like a rage. You see, he just gets incredibly frustrated as he is unable to hit you. The spell casts and hits the wall behind him. Books go flying. He goes, "My books!" And then that will be
No, not the books.
that will be the guards.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh yes,
He's in that fire.
that is just a 10.
Cool. 3, 8, 10, 14 damage.
Damn, nice.
Let's go.
He's not looking great.
Awesome. Should we get people's attention so they can see what he is?
This is not. That's not going to be a good idea.
We should just
He does
defeat
have
him
people.
and then go announce what he is.
He
one more
does
time.
have people under
Fair.
his thumb.
Okay, fair.
And we don't know how many others are.
I'll scream.
True.
For ice
No.
cream?
You-
I
no.
cast spells real loud.
No, you're not
got
Hell's
spells
Ghost.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
but-
in the middle of a fight.
That is going to
We
be
do not
the
have
guards. 2 of them are going to run up to you, Seabog. I think they're going to keep hitting the same people. Let's see if they can do some damage, because they don't like you. Alright, first guy. I should just roll all of these. I don't know why I'm being an idiot.
I think that's going to hurt.
You'll be fine. I got you.
15, 21, and an 18. Only one of those hits.
Yes.
15 damage.
Okay.
From one of them, the other guy's going to hit you, or try to hit you. That is a... 2 of them are going to hit. 26
I'm down.
and
I'm
a...
down.
Yeah, that's 30 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Seabog goes down as they hit him. The other 2 are going to go against Madras and Ekin again. First one, Madras is going to be... Oh my god. An 18, a 19, and a 22. I'm so sorry.
All hit.
45 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, baby.
Ekin,
Send out that mess.
I'm so sorry. Well, actually, maybe not. 15,
Yep.
19,
Mhm.
and a 14.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's 45 damage.
Oh my god, no fucking way, dude.
How much health?
45.
damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Didn't you have that
shit.
extra 5?
That's not for me. It's for
You
allies.
aided yourself. You didn't
Oh,
aid
you're
her.
right.
You
I
aided
did.
You aided yourself.
I have 7 HP.
Holy
Hell
shit!
yeah.
You did aid yourself, if
Okay.
I remember
I'm
correctly.
like, you said
you're
us
right.
three.
Damn,
Right.
nice.
Bro, help me out, bro. I can't do shit.
Are you down also?
No, but I'm
Okay, I got
soon
it.
to be down.
I'm also next in the initiative, so it's okay.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
going.
massive
On a legendary action, you see he is going to point a finger at Seabog and says, "I'll cast a spell on him right now."
That's only one death save, though.
That's his
We're okay.
legendary action. Cool.
Okay.
Action. Now it's his turn.
It is
Unless
legendary
he
action.
kills.
He asks you. He's like, "Do you
I'm
forfeit?"
saying that his action is to simply ask and not actually do because asking is the action.
Such a shit.
You're
He's gonna
Such
cast
a shit.
paralyzing touch on Seabog. That is just going to be a failed, just one failed because
Yeah,
it's a
doesn't
spell.
kill
One fail save from you. Now it's Eakin's turn.
Get him back up.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
There we go.
Heal.
3d4 plus 5
Heal.
for everybody on my team.
Nice.
Might as well.
Might as well.
4,
Oh, baby.
I'm only missing
1,
five.
so 5. Another 4, so
9.
9. And another 1.
10,
So,
so 15.
15.
Purely average. Yeah.
Thanks.
15, baby.
We nailed it.
Thank you, sir.
That
Those two
is
guards, did they go out of range of my
What's your health at?
flaming
I'm
sphere?
at 15. You gave me 15.
yes.
What's your health at?
I'm at 23.
That
your
is
health
going
at?
to be.
Oh, it's still my turn.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
a bonus action.
Sorry.
He's
Sorry?
That's fair. I would gladly give the healer more action economy.
I'm gonna do it again
Oh shit! Nice.
because it's a bonus action. So I'm gonna cast it. Or can I do that again? Probably not.
You can cast it as an action.
You can't cast two spells in the same
Right, that's the
in
issue.
the same turn.
So what I'm
thought
gonna
you-
do?
Oh, no.
No.
It has to be a
Scales is
cantrip.
fancy.
It would have to be a cantrip.
Hail scales is fancy.
I'm gonna smack him with my spiritual weapon, which is still floating around.
Oh, that's right.
So that's gonna be 1d8. So 2 plus 5, so he's gonna take 7 more force damage. The Lich.
Awesome. He's not looking good.
Oh, I have to make a melee spell attack, so I'd probably have to roll see if that hits first, huh?
Yes.
Does a 27 hit?
27 definitely hits.
Nice, we nailed it. We did it, guys.
Okay. Who's next
We
in
won.
initiative? Is it me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Or no, Cole has.
Oh, yeah, he's
Minions.
got the little babies.
I'm sorry. The guard's already.
Yeah, they already won.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
wow.
Matt. No, it's
Right?
Madras' turn. Yeah.
I died because of them.
I'm
Yep.
gonna hit the Lich.
He goes. You can try.
Sure I can.
I've been doing
25
it,
to
it's not
hit.
hard.
You can succeed.
Uh-huh.
Is it a sneak attack?
No, no.
Because he's
I'm-
next to a guy.
no
I'm
one's
going
within
to be-
5 feet.
I am.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
you are.
I am.
Seabog is.
I'm still alive, guys.
Okay, that's 10 damage. First one, 3, 4, 5. Gimme.
You love those D6.
Gimme my
She is
shit.
so excited.
Gimme my shit. Oh, damn. Okay.
14,
7,
15.
10, 15. So that's 25 damage.
He's not looking good.
man.
Okay.
No, give me
God
mine.
damn, it's
give me
next
mine.
level.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's got like 2 health left, and I missed by that much
Looking
damage.
good.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot a D8 of damage. Because I
Really?
cast that at 4th level. I didn't cast it at base
Oh,
level.
hell yeah.
Oh my god, no fucking way.
Add another 6 of force.
Force damage?
Yeah.
He's so hurt.
Oh,
He's so hurt.
Shit, man.
I got it.
Spiritual weapon! It's my new metal band.
Yeah.
That is going to be Lacey, but he's going to definitely take a legendary action.
Didn't he already do that last round?
He did do that this time.
He
did it
to-
He
he
fucking
did it
tried.
to fucking hurt me.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Good
He
fault.
And
can.
he failed.
He can
He did it.
take
He
multiple.
succeeded.
They can take multiple.
I
yeah.
just want, but I have to see how many.
It depends on how many he has,
He should
but
have
Yeah.
3, but he...
Yeah, he only used 2. Paralyzing touches 2. That is going to. He can cast a
Yo.
cantrip.
Fuck off.
Are you down?
No.
No.
No,
No,
everyone's
he's
up
back
right
up.
now, right?
he
He's
healed
back
me.
up.
I get knocked out.
He casts Ray of Frost.
and that's all
You are
that we
now
can say.
slowed.
My.
Please no.
He's out of spell slots already. He's just been so busy.
He is gonna cast Ray of Frost. He's gonna cast it on you, Egan.
Do it. I have God on
He'll
my
cast
side.
it at a.
And anime. Mostly anime.
You saw only as a cantrip.
As Ekin, God. As Damien, anime.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'm
With our
Player
powers
anime,
combined.
character
Enemy on
God.
my
When our
side.
powers combined.
Yeah, you're right. It does have to cast it as a cantrip. You're right. Great point.
I'm like, you just a cantrip. You can't
One,
cast
just
it. Get out of
so
here.
funny.
Stop trying to do more damage to us.
It's too funny.
I cast Spare the Dying.
Make a
He's
range.
now a normal boy.
Cole's like freaking out because he really
Regular
was
guy.
hoping for a TPK this episode.
No, I'm never hoping for
He
that.
said,
Like,
he
this is
said
the
I'm
episode.
I'm
so...
so scared of a TPK. Listen, when you're running a podcast, a TPK is the end of the podcast.
Or the beginning
Um,
of the new season.
Yeah. Right.
That is a
The beginning
15
of
to
the
hit
new
you,
show.
Ekin.
Yeah.
That is just a measly 1d8 of damage.
Ooh.
Where's my 1d8?
I'll roll it for you. Oh, it was a
8
1.
damage.
Dang.
Yeah.
Nice. You
What
crit
the
me.
fuck, bro?
And I'm slowed. Now I can't move.
Madras, that
Did you do
is...
it
No,
safe?
sorry, Lacey, that is your turn.
That flaming
No,
sphere
it's
is
a
gonna
spell
attack.
ram right into that motherfucker. Make
What are you
it-
gonna
I
do?
wasn't sure.
That
I
flaming
think if it just
sphere
hits
is gonna
me-
ram
Yeah,
right
yeah,
into
that makes
him.
sense, that makes
Okay,
sense.
does he have to make a save?
It is a
Dexterity
weak-
saving
it is
throw,
a weak
please.
hit.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, yeah,
Dex
yeah.
save. That is a 22.
Cool, he still takes half. So 9, 14,
How do you
7
want to
points of
toast
damage.
this dude?
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
He's got 1 hit point.
No!
Make a con save for me.
Oh shit! Get him! Get him!
That is 16.
That just saves.
Oh, my baby boy.
My boy. My boy.
It's my turn now.
Punch. Punch that corpse.
It's my turn now.
It's a lich. It's really actually a corpse.
You're gonna kill him. God damn it, I was so close.
I
It's
know.
so
I
close,
was so
dude.
close.
Literally right there.
Oh, God.
Oh, maybe I won't. The first one is a 17.
17 just hits.
Yeah!
As you come down to strike him, he puts up a hand and he says, "Wait. We can find a way out of this
Fuck off.
that is fitting for both of us.
Give me 20 gold. I want
My-
70.
Do you want to kill the Illithid?
Oh,
I have no love for him.
We can do both. We can do both.
He is far more your enemy than I am.
I don't give a fuck, kill him.
Tell us how.
We can find a way
How?
to kill him
How
on
would you
our
do it?
own.
I am a lich. I can disintegrate him.
You just lost to us. We suck.
we
Kill this
just
guy.
beat
You
this
just
guy.
lost
We
to
can
us,
beat
man.
the
fucking
Illithid.
staff slams down next to him, and the arc of lightning from my lightning staff is absent.
Awesome.
Jackson.
You see, he screams as lightning just like arcs in and just like hits him. He kind of like shakes like that as his body just starts to disintegrate from the lightning. He just falls to dust on the ground. You guys still have some meaty boys here.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Seabog?
Kill the meaty boys.
You fell from this dust?
He's dust.
Can't punch
I
him.
don't feel so good.
No. Now we don't.
Too bad. They don't know it's his dust.
I got.
Just sweep it under the
alright.
rug.
So with my second attack, I'm gonna hit.
Sweet.
I'm gonna hit one of the guys with my second attack.
Hate when you do his guy.
Oh shit!
Just
Son of a bitch.
Just do the pale
Where'd it
scales
go?
and tell them that you're on their side. Nailed it. We got
12
him.
damage, or 12 to hit. 12 to hit.
12. Oh, actually, maybe. Hold on.
Oh shit!
Nope, does not hit.
Damn.
Okay,
It was
so
a 13, wasn't it?
I'm being an idiot.
I'm gonna spend another key point to do Fury of Blows. I'm gonna hit him once and heal myself.
This is the
once.
weakest guy?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's gonna be 24.
24 definitely hits.
Alrighty, with a punch. The punch. It's gonna be 8 damage. And then
Kills him.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Nice.
then with the other one I said
You see he
healing.
screams as you slash at him, and he just dies.
Cool.
These like monstrous
I'm on your
tiefling
side.
like hybrids.
Your mouth.
Tell him. It works. I read it in a book.
Listen, it's only cool when your character makes sense to be doing it.
Anytime I'm under threat of
I feel-
death,
Other than it's
sense
just
to do it.
obnoxious. Sorry, what was that, Seabug?
I had to heal myself with my other.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, that is the guards' turns. They 2 of them are gonna make attacks on Seabog. That is, oh my god, that is a 25 to hit, a 19. Oh, actually, these all miss. Only the 25 hits. That's 15 damage. One's gonna try to hit Madras.
Literally needed that.
That is a 23, a 25, and then a nat 1. So that's 30 damage
I'm down.
as they rip into you with bites and claw attacks. And then one other one is going to make an attack on Ekin.
Kind of stayed away.
Miss, that is a 19 and then a 24.
The second 2 hit.
Okay, 30 damage.
I'm down.
As they rip into the both
I
of
just
you.
took 30 at
You see
14,
these
though.
like monsters are just like
Get out.
clawing in and ripping at the flesh
Wait,
of
you two are
both of
down?
them.
Yeah.
They both went down.
Fuck.
That
I'll go to healer.
is that's the rest of those guys.
Hello.
That is Ekin, death save.
Oh.
Oh.
Just add it there? Or
No,
roll
you
No,
have
it's
to roll
not
for
just
the
roll.
save.
You haven't failed it yet.
No, I did.
Okay, now he failed.
Now he did.
I knew.
Madras, death save.
Come on, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Ooh.
19.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
son
Okay,
of
that's
a
one
bitch,
win.
I was close.
Lacey, that's your turn.
Okay, cool. Mass cure wounds.
Nice. Very smart.
3, 13, 16. This is 4. 21, 27, 30.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank
And you
you.
rolled a 7.
Oh, 28, 31.
I'm like, you just...
31 plus 6.
84. Very
That's
cool.
my max. So 31 plus 6, so everyone gets
109.
37
Holy
hit
shit.
points back.
How many?
37.
37.
Nice.
Let's
They
go.
scream in anger as these bodies
Also-
get back up.
Bonus action, I can move that fucking... Wait. No, Flaming Spirit goes down. Flaming Spirit
Oh,
goes
you
down.
just
I cast
you
a
just
spell.
cast
Yeah, I cast a spell. So
mass-
Flaming
But if it's
Worth,
not
it's fine, it's
concentration,
worth.
it doesn't break your concentration.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you casting a spell. You have to have something fancy for that.
Mm-mm.
I'm...
If you
No, remember we
maintain-
went through this whole song and dance. Dame's right.
You can
Because
maintain-
none of us
Okay,
believed
cool.
him.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
I have to see if Mass Cure Wounds is
I don't.
a concentration. If not, we're good. But
Mass Cure Wounds is an instant thing.
Yeah, I don't
it's an
think it's
okay, cool.
concentration.
So
Concentration
bonus
doesn't
action,
linger.
that sphere rams into
Who?
Me.
No, it can just ram in. Can I hit one of the guys without hitting Seabog?
Everyone's in striking distance. I'd say you would be able to. I said Seabog probably no, because he's got people on both sides, but any of the
Yeah.
other ones you could move to.
Okay, cool. Let me just do it the one
Yeah,
here
I
mattress.
feel good.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, the one on Madras.
Yes.
And there's only one on me right now. I killed one.
That one.
Cool. 4.
That's true. One. Well, yeah, that's true. Actually, you could have done that to Seabog.
It's okay.
Okay.
Plus 6.
Sorry
He
about that.
can
Fine.
hit. He can hit harder, and she can hit from far away, so be fine. 11.
Yeah, that does make sense to go for the
14
one that's
damage to that
on
one
the
near me.
Nice.
person.
Okay. Still looking pretty sturdy.
And then I'm good.
It does.
That is Seabog. Your turn.
Woo!
You got one baddie on you.
We're gonna hit
Kill
that guy.
Just kill him.
A few times at least. Is he looking crispy? Oh my
Son of
God.
a
He's fine.
bitch.
Okay, he's totally fine. Okay.
These guys are pretty meaty for
Okay, that one worked. That one's gonna be 22.
for minions. 22 definitely hits.
And then that's gonna be 15 damage. We're just gonna key point.
Nice.
Hit that one. 13 isn't gonna hit him.
13 is not gonna hit him.
I don't think
Lucky,
so.
right?
Huh?
You're getting lucky, right?
Yeah.
I was doing something wrong, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's totally okay. As
Should
long
he
as it
have
worked
been-
out for our favor.
It was in your favor
Okay,
that I
cool.
got it wrong.
Oh,
Cool.
fuck.
That's all I care about.
No, it's good.
Oh,
It would have
God,
been
never
worse.
mind.
Another
I thought you were
10
saying the thing
damage.
that he didn't do isn't.
10 damage? Cool.
And then
Wait, it would've been-
Wait, sorry, was it 10 damage total?
No, it was in our favor that he did.
It was a total of 25 damage.
Holy shit, nice. Okay, cool.
Altogether.
Glad I asked.
With everything.
Okay, awesome. That is going to be the guards.
The will guards.
They're not guards.
Will
They're
The
they're
will guards.
they're
Infernal Fucks.
You don't know what they're called, actually. He never
Infernal
named
Fucks.
terms. Yeah, Infernal Fucks. The Infernal Fucks attack. One on Seabog. That is going to be a 21. Ooh, another 21. And a 24. That's 45 damage. As they rip in
You down
to
again?
Seabog.
Quite.
These guys are pretty strong.
Bitch.
Lich was
I
surprisingly
literally
weak.
had 43.
Oh,
If he
that
missed me with-
sucks.
if he missed me with one of them.
One on Madras.
Thank God there's only one more time.
That is going to be a 16, a 22, and a 20, not nat. They all hit. I'm so sorry. That's 45 points of damage.
Are you kidding, bro? I'm back down.
Back down.
And then one on Ekin.
Yee.
And that one, and then a 21, and then a 10. So only the one of them hits.
Yep.
That's going to be 15 points of damage.
I'm alive.
Holy shit, yeah. That's
did
it for
it.
these guys. That is up to Ekin.
Okay. I'm going to
You're down. So.
mass
I'm
healing
dead.
word.
Oh, they're both down. That's right.
3d4 plus 5 of healing for my whole party. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. So that's 6 so far. And then 7 plus 5.
Wow.
So 12 points of healing to all of us. And for my bonus action, I am going to... I'll bonk one of them with my spiritual weapon again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. And then it's going to be 6 plus 8. So 19 force damage.
Is it just 2 d8?
2d8 plus
Okay.
5.
I'm gonna go
19
outside
force
for that,
damage?
'cause I'm actually-
19.
Cool.
Shit.
All right.
No, you're right. Because I fucked up and rolled 1d8. the
Yeah,
last
oh,
time.
is that what it was? I couldn't remember.
Okay, cool.
So-
That is going to be Madras.
Okay, I'm going to hit the one that Ekin just hit.
You're not down, right?
No.
Okay, good.
I just got her back up.
Oh, gotcha.
He healed all of us.
That was a. That's
It's nice to have a cleric.
That's a 14 to hit.
Listen, I
14
was
does not
doing my
hit.
best.
You've done a lot too.
Oh,
Yeah.
You heal way more than I do.
Yeah, you do way more.
Mass Cure
healing.
Wounds is way better than Mass Healing Word, it seems.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your little butt.
Womp womp. That's
Also,
it.
I did a very high.
2 minutes.
Was it?
I hit. It was a 14 to hit.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
Okay. That is going to be Lacey.
I'm gonna smack that sphere back into
Nice.
him.
Nice.
That's a bonus action too.
How much damage?
Give me a
Oh,
dexterity saving throw,
dexter?
please.
That is not gonna pass. It's
Cool.
9.
10, 15, 17 points of damage.
Whew. Okay. He's still up.
And then
But like how up?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
okay.
I did.
I did.
I did.
A 10.
I mean,
He's
he won't
up.
live. He won't live forever.
Oh, dog.
He's gotta get tired
Thanks.
eventually.
That's helpful. Yeah.
These guys are pretty
Yeah.
strong.
That's
They were not as good of shields for the Lich as the Lich had hoped, but he is. They are meaty. They are strong.
Focus fire.
I'm gonna cast Blight.
Oh shit! On which one?
Oh.
That one? Same one? The one that you hit with the orb?
No, the one near
Ekin?
Ekin, because
Cool.
I think that one has the most health points right now.
For
Maybe.
show.
Maybe.
Faux show.
Can you please make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Lovely. They're good at those. Oh, not they though. That is a 12. Or sorry, 13.
Cool. So he takes all 88.
Ooh,
3.
not fun.
9, 13, 20, 23, 25, 27, 35 damage.
Damn. That hurts him for sure. Whew.
And then as my reaction, can the one near Seabog make a con saving throw, please?
That is a 23.
Cool, never mind then.
Almost
got
all right, that's
three.
Seabog.
Yeah.
You got one guy that's hurt near you.
It's hurting me too.
Yeah, they're good. First minions I'm proud of.
Strong.
Dirty 20.
Strong.
Nice.
This ain't no bell peppers.
And an 18.
18 damage?
No, that was the second
Oh, okay,
hit. I was
gotcha.
going for
They both hit.
hits. 10 for the first hit.
Nice.
19, 24 damage total.
He's just barely up. This guy looks weak.
Don't worry, I got a key point to spend. And hit him with at least a 20. I hit 24 for
That
that
hits.
one. And,
How much damage?
oh.
More than 2?
Yeah, it's guaranteed. More
Tell
than
me how you
two.
want to kill him.
Hey.
Oh god, it was in my claws. I'm just clawing down his chest.
You're like clawing into him, and like it's like this disgusting like half industrial
Do I
goo,
separate
half
the-
like decayed flesh. This kind of like, but it's like stony and like hard. As you kind of like rip into him with your claws, and like you feel like it's probably not worth it to have killed him because of the disgustingness of it all.
Damn.
But he
If
falls down
that-
dead as he screeches.
If that one was gonna hit, I
Wait.
would use the other one as a heal. 'cause I
Sorry,
can do
real
that.
quick.
Yep.
That one guard he ended his turn in my sphere.
The one that Seabog's attacking, or the one that
No.
is by Lace
The one that's
or
by
Madras?
Madras.
Yes. How much damage?
Can he make a dexterity saving throw, please?
20, not nat.
Okay. Thanks. 12. 9 points of damage.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Anything else, Seabog?
That's it.
Okay, that is going to be Ekin. Nope, I'm sorry, that's the guards. Guards are going to make attacks. One is going to make an attack on... this one's dead. My bad.
The one I hit?
No.
No, the one that was on me.
One's going to make an attack on Madras. Or
Two
3
still.
attacks, sorry. That's a 19 and a 14. Do those hit?
The 19
19 does? Okay, that's 15 points of damage.
I'm down.
And then one's going to make an attack on Ekin. Oh my god. That is going to be a 17
Yeah, it hits.
and a 25.
That also hits.
The nat 2 does not hit. That's 30 points of damage, Ekin.
I'm down to 4.
That guy is ending his turn in my sphere.
He'll leave your sphere.
He's gonna leave my sphere.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Whore.
He runs out of the sphere.
He is a whore. He is a whore.
He looks at you.
Canonical.
And that is going to be Ekin, your death save.
Well, I'm at 4 HP.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You're good. You're good.
Your life save.
I'm going to do mass healing word again,
Yo.
I've been feeling great.
and I'm gonna do
You've been feeling.
Yeah, no one's really attacked you.
No,
'Lich
2d4
should've.
plus 5.
he should have.
He tried once,
But he didn't.
at least.
He did try
He
once.
did try once. He did
4.
hit me for 10.
And 1. So we all get 5 plus 5, 10 more points of healing. What should I do? Do I keep the bonk? Do I keep a bonk? No, I'm going to channel
Welcome,
divinity,
baby, one more time.
and I'm going to turn myself invisible.
Nice. Cool. You disappear in front of him. That is going to be Madras. Your turn.
I am attacking. Who's the one with the least health?
The one on you.
That one is gonna get attacked.
Nice.
How do you want to try to attack him?
I didn't hit him. It's
Oh.
fine.
Okay.
matter what I try.
That is going to be Lacey.
I'm gonna ram that sphere into him.
Cool. The
Dexterity.
most hurt one, I'm guessing?
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Dexterity saving throw.
Right, keep forgetting. That is only 14.
6, 11, 12. 6 damage.
6 damage, okay.
And then with my actual attack, can't see the sky. 'Cause why would I? You're dumb.
You can see the sky
I see the sky?
through the window.
Through the wall.
Can I call lightning through the window?
Does it have to be directly above you?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think it
Let's take
says...
a little look-see.
I don't
Let's
think
take a little look-see.
Lightning can be curvy.
Lightning can be curvy.
Fucking snakes in through the window.
I'm a slippery
I'm
snake.
a
Little
little
sneaky
I'm a
snake.
sneaky snake.
That's concentration, though.
Don't do it.
I know. Actually, I'm gonna take out my pistol.
Very cool.
I'm gonna take out my
I
pistol. I'm gonna
got
fire the one near
straight gun,
Madras, and that's
Cool.
gonna give me advantage.
So did she.
I forgot. Yeah.
Gives you advantage?
I think. Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind.
That's,
Not with
I
the
think
pistol.
it's just her.
Not with the pistol.
That's rogue
No,
things.
it's a different thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shooty shoot.
Cool.
Okay. That is a. That's plus my dex. So that is a 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Nice. 8 points of damage.
Cool. He's still up.
You don't add your dex to it?
He looks pretty hurt.
Oh, I do add my dex to it. That's a 10 points of damage.
Instead of 8?
Yeah.
Gotcha. He's still up.
Fuck.
I tried.
Can't kill
I
anyone.
tried.
All right. It is Seabach's turn.
Pew, 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 pew.
There's a hurt one and there's a less hurt one. Which one do you want to be on?
Go over the less hurt one.
I'm assuming the less hurt one was the one that was on.
Lacey just hit. Who was on Madrid?
Yeah.
No, the less hurt one is on. Sorry.
Ekin.
Ekin.
Yeah, it's on Egan. Okay, good. That's the one I wanted to go for anyway.
Cool.
I'm gonna go to him.
Remember, Ekin is invisible, so the guy's technically not even on Ekin anymore.
Yeah. But I wanted to make sure he didn't move to you.
Basically, virtually.
By the way, for reference, the
indestructible.
the window is behind what's his face desks. What's his face's desk? Jesus.
Reindeer?
Yeah.
What is his real name?
Not Ruined Deer.
His first name was Ruindeer.
His last
His
name
friends call
was-
him Rue.
It would have
that's-
been Morgrin
That's weird.
if he was right.
That's weird.
Why?
Let's call him Rune.
Rue.
Oh, Rue.
Yeah.
Like RuPaul.
Rui Tui.
Sure.
Rutatui.
I love RuPaul.
I love
He's
RuPaul.
pulling the strings.
He was known as Ruidir Oladov before.
Oladov?
Well, then how the
Fucking
fuck did no one know he was lying then?
I did. I asked
His
God.
His blood.
God said he
Wasn't
was
his
lying.
Blood's the proof. Blood's way more of a
Can you
factor
make a con
than.
save?
Yeah. That is only a 12.
He's going to take a total. He's going to take 16 damage,
Whew.
and he is going to be stunned.
Was this the most hurt guy or the not most hurt guy?
The one that was in front of him.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. So how much damage again? 16?
16.
Got it. Okay.
And
And he's stunned?
and he's stunned.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
That is
Anything else?
it. Nope, that's it.
Cool. That is going to be the guard, or not the guard, sorry. The, what do you call him?
Infernal fuck.
Infernal fuck. The infernal fuck who is on Madras. You see he is going to leave your side
Okay,
and run toward the desk. You can give me an opportunity attack.
absolutely.
Do it up.
Let me just check the fucking.
Smack him. Smack him real quick.
Schmack.
Smack him real quick. Do it the damage.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to do my reaction. God damn it.
Where did I find the fucking?
Just a normal attack on him.
Oh, it's just
Yeah. It's normal hit.
And I rolled.
With
to
what
hit.
weapon do you want to try to hit him with? 'Cause it's got to be a
close-
melee weapon. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the dagger.
Sword.
Cool.
Oh, the dagger. That's right.
Just give me a second. I gotta make sure. Okay. That's a 17. What's 25?
You kill him. Tell me how you want to kill him.
Woo! I slit his throat. He tries to run away, and I just.
You
real
slit
quick.
his throat as he's running away. You're just like so quick, Elven, like wide, just able to just quickly slit his throat.
After
He
all
keeps
of the misses.
he keeps moving like he didn't like miss a step, and then just falls to the ground. It's like he didn't even realize he's got his throat slipped.
It's
Awesome.
okay.
That is going to be this other one's turn, who's stunned. He can make a roll or anything against that.
Nope,
right?
he's stunned until my next.
Got it. Okay,
at
cool.
the end of my next turn.
That is going to be Eakin's turn then.
And we just have one guy left?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right
Right in front of you.
right
Just a little
We're
gone.
crushing
next
it.
to me.
Alrighty. So no one's down, but we're all pretty beat up.
You
I
guys are.
heard him.
Lacey's chilling.
I've been fine.
Yeah, fuck
They
him
were
up.
scared.
Don't worry
of me.
about me. Don't worry about us right now. Fuck him up.
Okay.
Dude can't last long. Fuck him up. Fucking shoot up.
Oh.
Yeah. Feels good.
I think I'm going to use my bonus action spiritual weapon. Nat 20.
Nice.
So it's going to be 2d8 of force plus 5 doubled. So 3, 6 is 9 force damage plus 5. So 14. So it's 28 force damage.
It should technically be the dice rolls doubled, then add the 5.
Okay, so then it would be...
18 plus 5.
Have we been doubling it the whole time, though?
I have him.
Okay,
Okay,
then,
so
then
then
we'll do
it's
it the right way. Because I was going to say, if
18
we've
plus
been
5.
doubling, if everyone's been doubling it, that's fine. It's not a big
No.
deal.
18 plus 5. 23 force damage.
Cool. Sorry, how much again? After all that?
23.
40?
23.
23.
I've been rolling my
40.
dice again.
I don't know where I got 40 from. I knew it was
That'd
wrong.
be, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can do 40 if you
He's
want.
still okay.
no, if
That
you
is,
want.
anything else, Ekin?
That's just my bonus action.
Nice.
I don't think we're too desperate. I think we're doing okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have another turn again.
You don't come out of him. Oh no, never mind.
He doesn't get another turn.
I will.
Do it.
Bring this honor upon his cow.
I'll mass healing word again, just
Cool.
to be safe. So it's going to be another 2d4. 4. And 4. Okay. So
Hell
it's going to
yeah.
be
Nice.
13
That's the-
plus. Yeah, 13. 13 health for everybody in the party.
Nice.
you.
Madras,
Yes.
your turn.
We're hitting the guy.
Nice. You can hit this one with a bow if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Hitting the guy.
I didn't hit him. It's fine.
Damn.
That's good. Did you get, sneak attack only works if you hit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lacey, your turn.
Ram that boy right into him.
Cool. What's, dexterity?
Dex, please.
That is a 17.
Cool. 6. 6. 1. What? That was actually insane.
Oh my god.
So 7 points of damage.
Nice.
I'm running to the desk
Okay.
and like rummaging through to see if I can find anything.
Yeah. Give me, well, you already used your action on
No,
the...
that's a bonus action.
Oh, a bonus action to move that? Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then give me a perception check.
Cool.
Perceive.
Perception, that is a 16.
16. He's got a lot of, like, plans on the desk, all of which could be valuable.
Uh-huh.
But you're not sure if that's what the thing was trying to run toward.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Can that guy make a con save for me, please?
Sure. That is only a 15.
Nope, never mind. My spell save is a 14.
Oh, jeez. That is going to be... Seabug. Can you kill him?
Wait, and he ended his turn because he was stunned in my sphere. No, I just moved it.
Got
That's
it.
right. My bad.
My bad.
My bad.
My bad.
My bad.
My bad. It's going to be Seabug.
Wait, hold on. He does have disadvantage on dex saves because he's stunned.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I already...
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Actually, can
'Cause
you
he
roll
made-
that again? Because he would get the full 14.
He could get the...
You got the exact same number
Okay,
again.
never
Okay.
mind.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm missing something here. 18? 18 to hit. That's
18 hits. Can he do it?
It's going to
Can the boy do
be
it?
The boy.
11.
Okay.
Boy who lived.
11
that
11
damage, for that
11
damage.
damage, okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So I'm going to do my second hit.
Lived to die.
15 for the second hit. So
15 for the second hit. Misses.
no damage.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled a 24 for the hit.
That doesn't hit, yeah.
15
Seabog
damage.
killed his guy.
Yeah. I take
Get
my abnormally long wand. It's my pole. It's my quarterstaff. I'm
Yeah.
like, the lightning just arcs out.
Somehow, yeah, he just gets blown out. He just goes flying out the window, blasts through it
shit.
as it shatters.
Oh, shit.
That's
shit,
too
oh,
funny.
fuck.
He falls to the ground, or sorry, yeah, he falls out the window, out the castle to the ground.
Oh, damn.
And they all are destroyed. You sit here with a couple carcasses. You see there's dust on the ground where the lich used to be. You're in his office. You hear knocking on the door that you just couldn't hear before, but it seems to be like magically sealed. from the outside as people keep banging the door to get in. What would you like to do?
Hey, we can prove your blood now.
Occupied.
Let us in immediately.
I'm almost
Mattress
finished.
is going to, like, as if it's her fucking room.
Yeah.
She's going to go to the doors and open them.
What do you say? You just have a bunch of guards pointing spears at you.
Close it again. Close it again. Quick. Just close it.
No, she's going to stand back and allow them to walk in the room.
What do they say? What do you say to them as they kind of like surround you? They say, "You're wanted for attacking a member of the council and the heir to the throne. What say ye?"
I am the heir to the throne. My name is Madras Morgrim. I am the granddaughter of Tara Kassir.
I just start chanting, "Test that blood!
Test that blood!
Test that
you
blood!"
see, you see just a mob of like guards, like kind of like wonder, like sitting there and like
Is
kind of start to
Rydell
put down their weapons. You see in the back, Rydell is there and just kind of looks around
He's
like,
shitting his pants
we're
right
not
now.
believing this, right?
He's shitting his pants.
And as that happens, you see Zeno is walking in the background and says, "It is true. She's the Madras. She's the heir to the throne."
I lift up my hand with the ring.
You see a bunch of people go, "Oh, the ring.
Rydell, get your stupid ass in here.
You
It's
see,
not bronze, but
you
it's
see,
close to the original.
Rydell looks super scared as as you see a sweat
Like,
drop goes down.
I
He
go
starts
over
running
it.
away.
No. I cast Entangle. I make that motherfucker
You cast
stay.
Entangle. It grabs his foot. He falls to the ground. It drags him back as he sits there. And everyone just kind of like gathers around and just says, "Queen of Elves. Queen of Elves. Queen of Elves.
Queen of Elves.
And that's where we'll end our season.
Queen is back.
Nice.
Bro, she's not keeping the throne. She's gonna be like, I don't want this shit.
Why not?
Short
Give it to
queen.
Celeste.
Incredible.
Give
Yeah.
it to Celeste.
What
Oh my
about
God.
Well done, gang.